world on whatnot. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Welcome in October and Myra and October and October.
And October and October.
And Anita and Eve.
Hey, everyone. Welcome in.
Bonnie
Thanks for
T,
joining us.
Lovely Pinto.
So we're going to do Tula Pink today and whatever else anyone wants to see. I know. Did anyone say Tula? Which is a banned word if you type it in chat, by the way. So everybody type Tula and let's see how many reds we get. So everybody type Tula.
It is?
See, red, 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 red. Isn't that hilarious? Because so you can't really see much because I can see it and lovely Pinto can see it. Bert can see it because the mods can see it. But everyone else is like, what? It apparently is a dirty word in another language. Does anyone know? I've never looked it up. So I don't know. It's hilarious. I know. And does she even know? Right? You even spaced yours out and it still blocked it. Okay. So yeah, there you go. It's muted. So funny, funny, funny. All right. I'm going to get a giveaway started. So everyone getting this giveaway. And
really
this is
for. Oh, well.
This is for. Oh, let me get these on the table.
What word hasn't been used at some point in history to describe a female body?
All right, this is going to be a half yard of this really cute Tula Pink Curiouser ribbon that is called Suited because it has all of the suits on it and it's an embroidered ribbon. And this came from Community Quilters. She has amazing Tula ribbon and stuff. So if you want some of this, go to Community Quilter. This came from her shop. If she's here, shout out what you have because isn't this fun? So you're going to get a nice little 18-inch piece of this really cool ribbon. So everyone getting that giveaway that is running.
Welcome,
and we're going to start today with...
Do you have the white material with the stars?
Do I have the white material with the stars? That's a Tula Pink. No. If that's a one of her newer lines, I have mostly out of print stuff. So if that's one of the newer ones, I don't have. Pretty much everything I have is either like a couple of years ago or a long time ago. So, yeah.
Welcome, Curated.
So we're going to start with these Tabby Road 10-inch squares. And you're going to bid on 2. And I'll show you the 2 that you're bidding on. And
layer cakes or
these were from
yes.
These were from a 10-inch layer cake that was opened and it's missing 2 pieces. So I'm just running them in sets of 2. So you're going to get 2 awesome 10-inch squares. So
you do have layer cakes.
Yeah, and just look in the auction tab, please, for me and pre-bid on anything you really, really want so that we know which ones to kind of run and I'll be checking the pre-bids.
Myra doesn't think hers is new that she requested.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't have anything that fits that description. So if you don't know what line it came from, and I don't have anything like that, yeah, so I don't think so. All right, so let me get this set up here. So Tabby Road, Tula Pink from 2015. And these are the 10-inch squares, and you get 2 pieces. And I'm going to run 15 seconds sudden death. So you'll get these quick.
Evangelist Julia and Terry
I'm going to do 2 seconds in. Oh, it doesn't really matter when you're doing sudden death.
I did your name right this time.
Oh, good. So here we go. This is the first set. You get the cans and the eyes. These are 2 awesome squares. And let's see who gets first pick. So fun. And thank you for your purchase.
On the auction, I think you ran it for 3 seconds.
No, I had it on 15 seconds sudden death.
Okay. Well, it went boom, boom.
Did it?
Yeah.
Okay, so destashing. Oh, that was what popped up was her winning. There's not even a 3-second thing. So how did it run that fast?
Well, but D-Stashing D got it. So
okay, well, D-Stashing got the first ones. Let me check how I had it, because I swear I put it at 15 seconds. Let's try it again.
Congrats on your
okay,
first
so Miss
purchase,
Bogey just went in, and so you got these two. Are you okay with those two? Because it ran again really fast.
Miss Bogey.
So let me fix it. It was on 2 seconds. Okay, well, let's fix that. Miss Bogey, these were the next two in the stack, and you got them. All right, let me fix this so that we can actually run it for a longer time. So let me see. It's not even letting me. Okay, edit.
Welcome, Crafty Monkey. Welcome, Hilo 8 Bay.
Oh, unpin. That's what I need to do. So I'm unpinning it, and I'm changing the time here to 15 seconds sudden death. Okay, this is going to go a little bit slower. All right, so the next one is the eyes in the orange and the really cool spots. So those two, and we're on 15 seconds sudden death.
Welcome in, Nantra.
And you get these two 10-inch tabby squares from that 10-inch layer cake. And again, the reason I am selling them this way is because it was already opened and missing a few. So I thought, let's just let everybody have a little bit of this fun layer cake. Thank you. All right, awesome one coming up. We have the cats in the aqua and the eyes again in the orange. And we have a winner. Allison. Congrats. You're getting an 18-inch piece of this beautiful ribbon. And if you have an order, it will come with your order. And if not, it's going to come in an envelope with this really cute vintage card paper that is a, what is her name? Karen Hillard Crouch. Super cute with the cat. So if you have an order, you'll get all of this in there. If not, it'll come in an envelope. All right. And congrats. All right, let's run this set. So you get the cat and the eyeballs. Here we go. 15 seconds, sudden death, so time does not reset. So if you want this set, get in there. Those are two awesome squares. From Tabby Road. And Marla for Vintage is in on that
for
set.
Vintage.
Congrats. All right, next set. I don't know what this print is called. Someone tell me in chat. It's super cool with the diamonds and then the different patterns in the diamonds.
Welcome
and then you get this
welcome cats,
spot piece. So this is the next set.
Lucy, they said.
What's it called?
Lucy in the Sky with
Lucy in the Sky with Diamond. All right, so there we go. Those two awesome pieces are running. The pink Lucy diamonds and the spots on yellow red. And thank you for your bids. And D-Stashing D gets those too. Yeah, and sorry about that faux pas on the 2 seconds, but someone got a really fast good deal. All right, next one. What's this print called? With the leaves.
Welcome, TJ
so
Mac.
Cool.
Make it Mac tonight.
And then this one
welcome,
is the
Gorilla.
eyes. So cat eyes. So you get those two.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch is in the house.
Here we go. So those two pieces are running. Two 10-inch squares from Tabby Road from 2015. The eyes and this leaf print. And I've been looking at TULA for so many days and trying to get this all listed that I couldn't tell you probably what most of these are because there's too many names. Someone said that the other day. There's like too many names to memorize. I do know that this normally is called tent stripe, but it's the tent stripe that went with Tabby Road. And then here's the spots. So you get these two awesome pieces in this set. Here we go. Those
Welcome
are
in,
running. The red
Dova Queen,
stripe
Dova
and the
Queen,
red with
welcome,
pink spots.
Nick Park. Welcome, Crystal McKinney.
And thank you so much for being here,
Crystal
everyone.
Blue Persuasion.
And
D-stashing
takes that one. All right, next set is the Lucy diamonds in the pink and the red stripe. So these two. No worries, there's some really even more awesome ones coming up. These are so cool too, though. These awesome diamonds and the red stripe are running. And everyone's like, I want the cool ones.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, yeah,
Marla's in on that last second. Why not?
Thank you, Marla, for Vintage.
Okay. All right. We've got the cans in the aqua, and we've got the Lucy in the aqua.
Welcome, Stasa.
So those 2 awesome pieces. Here we go. 2 10-inch squares, Tabby Road, the awesome cans, and the Lucy diamonds.
Lucy in the sky with diamonds.
And Crystal McKinney, thank you for your first purchase. Congrats on that. All right, next set, we've got purple eyes. This is an awesome set, too, because they coordinate nicely. The awesome eyes with the purpley periwinkle background, and then the chartreuse spots.
Welcome in,
Here we
Smiley
go.
Riley.
That's running. I think part of the appeal of her fabrics, though, is a lot the names, because she gives them awesome names. It's just hard to remember them all. But she gives everything really fun names. Thank you, Robin Vic.
Takes that bad girl.
All right, we've got another
first purchase. Thank you, Robin.
Thank you, Robin. We've got another set that has the eyes in that periwinkle purple color, and then a Lucy in that diamond. There we go. And were you guys pulling my leg? Is it really named Lucy?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what they said.
So here we go. Those 2 pieces. And we have a cat one coming up next. And that's Bogey going to Miss Bogey. Congrats. All right. Next set, we have the cats in the kind of periwinkle. And look at this awesome spotted piece that matches so perfectly. Awesome set there.
Aggie's liked my song.
There we go. Those 2 are running. Hey, So Snappy is here.
So Snappy.
Everyone make sure you're following So Snappy. I'm sure you are, but in case you aren't, make sure and give her a follow. She's an awesome friend and mentor here. Okay, I've got another cat piece. This one's awesome. It's in the kind of fuchsia background. Awesome. And then we've got a cool stripe to go with it. Here we go. Perfect. Tell them your perfect stories.
That's what everybody says now at the receptionists and stuff. I mean, you could go in for a hernia and they'd say, how long have you had the hernia? 3 years. Perfect.
I was at the dentist the other day with my daughter.
Welcome, Wood Switch.
And they asked her, so she's not here to be embarrassed, but they asked her, how often do you floss? Thank you, Wood Stitch, for your first purchase. You know, they always ask you, how often do you floss? And she was like, oh, I'm not very good at it. And the lady said, perfect. I'm like, no, not perfect. All right. This is awesome. We've got the leaves and the stripe in the darker colorway. Here we go. Those 2 are running.
You could call a mortuary, right? My mother died. Perfect.
Welcome, like they're programmed to say perfect.
Yeah.
Too funny. Yeah, it's true. They don't really listen.
Marla
Exactly.
for vintage.
Thank you, Marla. They don't really listen.
Thanks, Marls.
All right, this is a beautiful eye piece in the pink background, and love the spots on the teal and pink.
Welcome to Andy.
That's an awesome set. Here we go.
Welcome,
Those are
Vintage
running
Mother.
2 10-inch squares from Tabby Road. And you know, you say 2015, and that seems like not that long ago, but it really was. It was basically 10 years ago. That's crazy.
McKinney takes that bad boy.
Crazy. Thank you.
Thank you, Crystal.
I still had all my kids at home in school at that time. This is the same set, I think, right? Eyeballs and spots, teal pink. So here we go.
That's ironic. So did I.
What? You'd think we were married or something.
You'd think.
You'd think. Thank you for your bids. And Robin Vic is in. Marla's in. Crystal is in. And Crystal gets that awesome set.
Crystal Blue Persuasion takes that bad boy.
All right. We have cans. So another can one. And this
Tommy
one comes
James and
with
the Shondells,
the orange, pink,
welcome in, Vicky Lynn.
Stripe. So here we go.
Welcome in, Mom Messy.
Cans in orange, pink stripe. They look awesome together. And who's in on that one? And we have, after this, 2 more sets.
Marla for
and they're going to be sets of 3. Because I don't love the 2 pieces that would be left after.
Thanks, Marls.
And that's Marla's. Congrats. So this is going to be a set of 3. You're going to get the cats in orange.
Draz, Starworks
The
says,
stripe.
You look so pretty in that cobalt blue.
Oh, thank you. I picked this because I'm like, what do I have that's kind of Tula-ish, and it has this cool pattern on it. So that was my ode to Tula that has a fun pattern. So you're getting those 2, the cats and the stripe, in the pink orange, and then you're also getting the teal green stripe. So 3-piece set here on this one.
Fabric King is in the house.
Hey, Fabric King. All right, these are the last 2 sets. So this has cats and 2 stripes. 3 pieces in this set. Very cool. Because if I hadn't done 3, we'd have had 2 stripe pieces. And so I was like, let's make it more fun. And Crystal gets those 3. Awesome. All right, and then this is the last set. You're getting the leaves with the little mice in it, by the way. And the Lucy.
Welcome in, Big Mikey.
Diamond.
Mikey likes it.
And then you're also getting this last stripe piece. I know it doesn't coordinate as good with these, but it's still an awesome piece. So last set of 3. Here we go. Those 3 awesome pieces are running. The leaves with the little mice hidden in there. The Lucy diamonds, and then this cool stripe. And that's going to Robin.
Robin, victory.
Thank you, everybody. All right. Anyone want the piece of cardboard? It does have the original tag, but it doesn't say Tula on it. But that's what she paid originally for that 10-inch layer cake. All right. I am going to check for pre-bids. Thank you, everyone, for that. And checking pre-bids, we have a pre-bid on a quilt top base or back that is not Tula pink. Let me see where it's at. If I can't find it, I'll have to find it a little bit later to run it. So let me know who was that put that pre-bid on. It's here somewhere. Let's see. And let's move on with TULA, and I'll find it in a little bit. It's here somewhere. I'll find it in a little bit, and then we'll run that. All right, let's run another giveaway. Let's see. We're going to run the other piece of the Curiouser ribbon. So everyone get in that. And again, this is a half yard of this really cool ribbon with the called Suited that has the little suits. And this came from Community Quilter. And she has awesome ribbon from TULA Pink. So if you need any of this, make sure you follow Community Quilter and watch for her shows and get in that giveaway.
Welcome in, Craig.
And you'll get that ribbon, and it will come with a card. And let's do, I want to do these Daydreamer pieces next. And Daydreamer is a more current collection. And I've just got some smaller pieces mostly of this. So I'm going to run those.
How do I enter the giveaway? I don't see an enter button.
Are you on a computer or a mobile device?
If you're on a computer, forget about it.
Yeah, if you're on a computer, it won't let you enter. You need to be on a mobile device. Sorry, that's kind of one of their things. If you're on there.
And if you're in Canada.
Oh, yeah, and if you're outside the U.S., it also won't let you enter. Okay.
She's on the cell in the USA.
Huh. So maybe go out of the show really quick and come back in, and it might pop up and be there, but it should be up. Which side of the screen? That side?
Yeah. Up
there in the corner. You should see giveaway running, and then you click enter. So it should be there. All right.
But before you can enter, you have to tip me $80.
What?
At least that's the rule I just created.
All right, it's not pulling this up. It always does this to me. Daydreamer.
Monopoly money. Yeah, Jerry, only 80. Jerry's so sassy. You are being sassy, sassy.
All right, here we go. Let me get this pinned. Okay, so for Daydreamer, what I have is I have 3 pieces that are a 1/3 yard, or no, 1/4 yard by width of fabric. Let me make sure. 1/4. Yeah, 3 of them.
Oh, thank you, Maniac Maker.
Let me see. This one's just shy of a quarter. It's like 8 3/4 wide, so I'll run that one first. So this is the
not working for her.
Butterfly Kisses. Let's see. It's still not working? Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why it's doing that. Anyone else having that problem?
I'm sure I can just message support.
Yeah, and it may be that you have to change your settings, because sometimes there's settings about opting in for things. So Terrane's not able to enter either.
Now, there is the naughty and nice thing.
Yeah, that's weird,
Santa
you guys.
Claus
I don't know why.
runs the giveaway.
Stormy was able to. Yeah, I've got 37 people in there,
list,
so
no way.
It looks like most people are able to. So, all right. So we're gonna run this piece first. So this one is an 8.5 inch by. Well, I'm gonna call it 8 to be safe. We'll just say it's 8. It's a little bit bigger than 8. Daydreamer Butterfly Kisses, and this is a good piece because it has the whole thing on the selvage there, so that's cool. So let's run this one, and it's the butterflies with the eyes.
Now showing for wood switch. See?
Oh, it just now popped up. Okay, so maybe there's a delay. So we've still got 50 seconds in there, so everyone should be able to get in if it's popping up for you. And Starworks is taking that awesome Daydreamer piece. Congrats. This is kind of a fun color. It's like not orange, not red, somewhere in between. All right, and I have another piece in that same colorway that is a 9 inch. So a quarter
You're
yard.
welcome.
So full quarter yard by width of fabric of this one. Same colorway. Butterfly Kisses. So that's running. And that was pre-cut, so I'm just running it as is.
Kisses.
You get the whole quarter yard with the fabric.
Kisses. Crystal
And that's
McKinney
going to
gets
Crystal.
That.
Congrats. All right, and then I have this
you, Crystal
piece.
Blue Persuasions, and the winner of the giveaway is
Oh, we have a winner.
You lied, Tara Renee. You said you couldn't get in.
She did get in. It must have popped up. So you're getting this ribbon and this card. And again, if you have an order, it will come with your order. If not, it'll come in an envelope.
By Royal Canadian Mounted Police.
That would be interesting.
Thank you.
All right, so this
Your
one is
awesome.
the teal colorway, and it's the larger butterfly.
Congrats.
And this one is a quarter yard. So quarter yard with the fabric. Here we go.
Personally delivered by Dudley Duro.
In that beautiful aqua teal color with the larger butterflies with the eyes. That's running. You get the whole quarter yard piece. The selvage on this one has the little what Robin, are those? Vic they look like leopards or something. Robin takes it. Awesome. Okay. Thanks, and then Robin. What else I have in Daydreamer is I have the Butterfly Kisses in the green, the chartreuse green. And I have let's see, I have 1 yard and 7 inches. So what I'm going to do on this is fat quarters. So you can get, so I can run it.
What's this called?
This is Butterfly Kisses and in the green. So Butterfly Kisses green. So this is for a fat quarter. So I'm going to run 4 fat quarters, and then I'm going to run the piece that is 7 by width of fabric. Okay. So here we go. This is for a fat quarter of the Butterfly Kisses in the green. So fat quarter. And thank you for your bids.
And if you buy more than one, we'll give you
if you buy more than one, we'll give you a continuous half yard on that. Boy. So thank you, Jerry. All right, second fat quarter is running. So second fat quarter is running. And if you were here in my preview show yesterday, I kind of gave a little history of where this fabric came from and why I am selling it. Thank you, Jerry. So Jerry gets a half yard.
Takes another one.
All right, third fat quarter is running. So this about 90% of this Tula Pink collection came from a lady.
Myra. Myra's one up in you, Dana.
What's that?
Delaney D takes one.
What she went up in me on?
She said that she found it in the Buy It Now or in the store.
What did she find?
That fabric she was looking for.
Oh,
02T1.
Oh, it was a Buy It Now one. Oh, perfect. So you were able to just grab it. Good.
You really named it 02T1? All
right, here we go.
We'll run that for you, Myra. I'll write it down.
Okay, so this is the last fat quarter running. So last fat quarter is running, and then we're going to sell that little piece that's left, and I'm going to call it a 6-inch by width of fabric. It'll probably be more like 7, but once I cut the fat quarters, I don't. This was cut pretty straight, so we'll call it a 6-inch, but it might be more like 7 once I cut this. All right, so last piece of this, write down that it's a 6-inch by width.
I did.
So it's going to be 6-inch by width of fabric.
And if somebody buys it that already got a fat quarter, we'll just add it to you.
Yeah, we'll just add it. Or you'll get both pieces. So, and Crystal gets it.
McKinney takes it.
Thanks, everyone. All right, so that is going over here. So anyway, most of this stash came from a lady who collected it over, you know, since 2007.
0221.
And all right, I have one more piece of Daydreamer, and then we'll go to that request. Okay, so this piece is not quite a yard. It's 34 inches. So I'm going to do, they're not going to be quite a fat quarter. I'm going to do 4 pieces that are going to measure, let's see if we cut this in half. They're going to be about 17, yeah. They'll be about 17 by half the width. So it'll be a 17-inch fat quarter, if that makes sense. Okay. And this is the Daydreamer Macaulator with the macaws on it. And in the kind of teal colorway.
How are we selling this?
So this is going to be a 17-inch fat quarter. So here we go. 17-inch fat quarter, Macaulator.
We're cutting it? Or?
Yes, we're cutting it. No, it'll be a 17-inch fat quarter. So I'm going to sell 4 pieces because the piece was a 34-inch by width. And so it's not quite enough to do legit fat quarters. But I'm going to do 4 pieces that are 17 by 22. So that makes sense. So that's what you're bidding on. So bid accordingly. 17 by 22. Right. I know 18 is a half yard, but I have a piece that's 34 by width. It's not quite a full yard. So I'm selling 4 pieces that are not quite the same width as a fat quarter. So they're going to be 17 inches by 22.
So
yeah,
it's not running.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Next piece. So we've got, this is the second piece. It'll be 17 by 22. So not quite as wide as a fat quarter, but it'll be the same length as a fat quarter.
Tara Nay has a question on there. Miss Bogey takes
Thank
one.
you. All right, here we go. Third one. Is this fabric?
Or is there any scrap paper? Just curious. Oh, it's all.
Oh, this is all fabric tonight. Yeah, Tyranny.
Yeah, we'll do our.
Tomorrow is our craft show, and we'll have
and we
paper
have some
tomorrow.
New, incredibly awesome stuff.
Yeah, we got some new stuff today for that show tomorrow. So if you do the crafting, come tomorrow.
Thanks, Rowley.
Thank you, Rowley. All right. And how many have I sold?
3.
3. Okay. One second. It just popped off of here.
Do you feel like you're in an elevator? I hope so.
All right, here we go. Why is it not coming up?
Here we
go. All right,
go.
last piece. Sorry about that.
No, here we go.
All right, last
there
piece.
It's running.
Macaulator. And then there was a request. Did you write it down?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Rowley takes that
taking that
boy,
last one.
and we'll just keep yours in a single piece.
Yep.
Unless you request otherwise.
All right. What's the request?
02T1.
All right. 02.
2D1.
1. Oh, yeah, that's the one that you pre-bid on, and I need to find the piece. So give me a second. Let me see if I know where to put it, because it's a black and white piece.
Okay, while she's off camera, I'll whistle this.
Okay, so let me explain what this is. It's a quilt top base or back that measures 64 by 74. I don't know this fabric, but I know the quilter that this came from, and she only buys high-end stuff. So it's either Cafe or Moda or something. And then it has the stars, white on white stars in the center, and then the black and white dots on the border. And there are a few places where some stitching was taken out. I don't even see them, but you'll see it. You'll know what I mean. Like she started to use it, changed her mind, and changed to something else and took the stitching out, but it's not, obvious. So it's a beautiful backing and border with the the dots are in the center and then the stars are on the outside. All right, so I'm running that for you. And I don't know, again, maker on either of these fabrics, but it's a nice big piece that you can do back a quilt with, or you could put applique on and use it as a quilt top as well. So very nice piece.
Myra Sager's first purchase with threads.
Awesome.
Thank you, Myra.
Grab. So very nice.
My rugby coach in college was named Sager. It wasn't Sagers, but it was Sager.
So that is coming your way. Congrats.
He was British but grew up in New Zealand.
While I'm thinking of it, make sure you bookmark our upcoming shows. I have a show scheduled next Tuesday where we're doing Anna Maria Horner, Amy Butler, Heather Bailey, and some other stuff. I have a show scheduled for Kafe on the next week. I have a show scheduled for Civil War and Patriotic another week. And I've got some other amazing stuff. So
do you have any Moon Garden
Hissy Fit Dusk. So the Moon Garden pieces that I have are the old
Moon Garden.
Oh no, I don't have Moon Garden. I have Moda Full Moon Forest. So I don't have any Moon Garden right now that I know of. Do I have any red, white, and blue fabrics? Yes, a ton of them, but I'm going to run them in that patriotic show that I have scheduled. So be sure and bookmark that one. It's at the end of the month, I think on the 29th is when I think it is. So be sure and bookmark that show. All right, let's do, speaking of moon though.
The whole time.
All right, so this goes way back. While we sell. So who here remembers when Tula Pink very, very, very first started designing? So 2007, this is from her original Moda called Full Moon Forest, and it's not the Deja Vu. She has now a Deja Vu Full Moon Forest. This is the original.
Hey, thank you, Myra.
Oh, thank you for the tip. So this is the original Moda Full Moon Forest. And this, I literally cannot find this anywhere on the internet. I've searched. It does not exist.
Okay, Sasa, we'll get to that.
So I'm going to, but I have a bunch of this.
I'm writing that
down,
Sasa.
I'm going to sell it in fat quarters. And you guys can all have a piece of original, very first collection Tula Pink if you would like it. So I'm going to sell 12 fat quarters because I have let's see. Well, I'm pretty sure I have 4 full yards. I'm just going to make sure. I did measure everything before, but I'm kind of paranoid about that. So let me just verify that we can sell 12 fat quarters. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm going to sell 12 fat quarters. So if you want a piece of her original Full Moon Forest by Moda, not Free Spirit. All right, that is running. And it is way long, out of print, impossible to find. It's just these cute little teardrop raindrops in teal, pink, and green on a white background.
Takes the first
Heidi
one.
Bar is taking a fat quarter.
Thank you, Heidi
And
Bar.
if you want a picture of the selvage, just in case your piece doesn't have a selvage on it, take a screenshot of that. Full Moon Forest, Tula Pink Moda. All right, let's run another one if someone else wants one. Here we go. You'll get a full fat quarter. And if we don't sell them all, I'll try to give each of you at least a little bit of the marked selvage that buy. And if you buy a continuous piece, it will be a full half yard.
C. Mary takes one.
Mary takes a piece. Thank you.
Thank you, C. Mary.
So this will be fun to have in your collection, to have an original Tula Pink piece. I wish I had the other prints from this, but this was just a kind of interesting find in this stash that I was like, wow. And I looked it up. I'm like, wow, that's the original.
Indie Mom Crafts.
One of her original designs. Thank you, Indy. And I'll just keep running until no one bids. Don't feel pressured to buy some of this. I know it's pricey because it's one of the original
feel pressured to
prints. Bert's like, please buy it all. So I am hot. I need the fan.
Heidi Bar takes another
Thank you, Heidi. All right, here we go. Running again.
Continuous piece, Heidi, unless you request something else.
So Heidi will get a half yard. Thank you for your bids. And how many have we sold, Bert?
So far 4, 5 now.
5 are sold, so we have 7 more that we can run. I'm going to go down to 10 seconds sudden death, just so we can go through these faster. So if you want a fat quarter of this, bid in quick. 10 seconds sudden death. And it is Tula Pink Full Moon Forest, the original.
Kathleen Will takes one.
Kathleen, thank you.
Her first purchase.
Thank you so much for your first purchase. And here we go. And thank you so much for being here and supporting us on this. I was nervous to do this fabric just because I know how much, people love this fabric, and I want to sell it. I'm not a collector of Tula Pink, although I love it and would love to collect it. My goals are a little bit different, so I want to let you guys enjoy this fabric instead of having it sit in my house. So I'm excited to let everybody have some.
Silver
Lily, thank you so much.
Yes, I'm a collector of Honey Boo Boo for Dollar Tree.
Honey Boo Boo. All right, here we go. How many have we sold?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So we have 9 sold. So we're going to sell 3 more. 3 more fat quarters. And again, if you got 2, you'll get a half yard.
Or
more. It'll be continuous. Although if you bought 3 pieces, I'll probably cut your fat quarter because that would be weird. Unless you tell me not to. Mary takes another one. All right, so how many more?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2 more.
All right, 2 more pieces. Here we go. 2 more fat quarters of the original Tula Pink, Full Moon, or not Full Moon.
Silver Lily
Full
takes another
Moon
one.
Forest.
I
Yeah, Full Moon
am
Forest.
the taffy collector. In fact, I have some right here on my desk with me.
Yeah, he collects taffy.
I'm collecting it around my waist.
All right, one more, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, here's the last one. So last one, Full Moon Forest, Tula Pink, the cute little raindrop, teardrop, going to Raleigh. Thank you, everyone. I'm so excited for everyone to have a piece of this history of Tula Pink. Very cool. And we'll get those cut. I will be so careful and cut them meticulously for you. And again, you'll have continuous pieces. If you have an odd number, tell me really quick in the chat if you want it connected or cut off, so that we know. And Bert will write that down. So just watch if anyone can comments on that.
Okay. Yeah, the request is for tail feathers. Somebody has a pre-bid on tail feathers.
Tail feather. All right, let's do it. All right, tail feather. And I'm running this one as fat quarters as well. And I have available of tail feather. I can do 6, 7, 8.
Shake your tail feather, baby. Thank you, everyone.
I can do 12 of this as well because I have 3 yards. 1, 2. Yeah, I have 3 yards, so I can run this 12 times. So fat quarter of pink. What this colorway is like a coral, right? And then it has the birds. This is so pretty, so bright. And it was an all-star that it's out of print. So here's the first fat quarter of that running.
Heidi Bar takes the first one.
Thank you, Heidi.
Better than a Hershey bar. It's
and I'm
Heidi
staying
Bar.
at 10 seconds. Are you guys good with 10 seconds sudden death? I just don't want to take too long on everything. I want to be able to move through fast. And if we don't get through all the fabric, we'll do a Tula Pink part 2.
Heidi Bar takes
and
another
do whatever we don't
girl.
get to. Thank you, Heidi. And you wrote down tail feather, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Running again for another fat quarter.
Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am Susie Sue?
Thank you, Susie Sue's. Just give me a count every once in a while.
All right.
Susie Sue's is in again for another fat quarter.
No, she's not.
Beachy Bean jumped in.
Bean
Thank you,
takes
Beachy.
it.
All right, here we go. Tula Pink, tail feather.
We've sold 4.
All-stars.
This is 5 on this one. This one sells.
This one's 5.
Yeah. Susie Sue.
Thank you, Susie.
Takes another one.
All right, this is fat quarter number 6 out of 12.
Half dozen out of a dozen.
Thanks for being here, everyone, and for your bids.
Heidi Bar takes another one.
Was anyone not here in the preview show that would love to hear history of this? Let me know in chat, and I'll try and talk and do this at the same time.
The history of this was the ancient Egyptians first made fabric, or something like that.
So Kathleen says yes. Okay, so I'll try and talk and run at the same time. So this fabric came from Independence, Missouri. And there was a lady that was born in the 30s She was an only child, and
That's 8 sold.
her birth mother. So 8 sold.
Yes.
So her birth mother died when she was born, and then she was given to her father's sister and her husband to raise because they weren't able to have children.
Silver litigates that bad girl.
She grew up on a farm, and she was a school teacher for about 25 years and then a librarian in Kansas City area for another 20 years till she retired. So I can run 2 more?
3 more.
3 more. And she loved to sew and quilt, but more than loving and sewing and quilting, she loved fabric. And over the course of her adult life,
Crystal
she amassed
McKinney takes that.
7 storage lockers full of amazing fabric. And when she passed away, her extended family either didn't know about it, didn't want it, I don't know. We bought 3 of the lockers.
Get your motor running.
And how many more?
2 more.
All right. 1 running, and then I'll have 1 more of this.
And then she became the crown princess of Uganda.
And I was able to learn a little bit about her. She was a very nice lady. And she did quilt, but she mostly bought fabric and collected fabric because she loved fabric. And she had a lot of duplicates in her stash.
Last one.
All right, this is the last one of Tail Feathers. And yeah, it's just been really interesting, and I felt compelled yesterday to tell you about her.
Takes one.
Because I think those of us who love fabric love our fabric. And she had no one to pass it on to that loved it. And so it's getting passed on to you guys. And I felt compelled to say her name. Yesterday, her first name was Kara. And so this is Kara's fabric that she loved. And you guys get some of it. So there you go. And I'm going to get choked up again. So, Raleigh says I went to a couple retreats with her and she never finished a project. Okay. Yeah, that's very possible. I do have some Raleigh. I do have some things she finished that I haven't shown and sold. So she did finish a few things, but she did quilt and she did sew. But mostly she just loved fabric, right? Yeah. Yep. All right. So let's do, in that same listing, do you guys want the...
Congrats, everybody.
Bee next? Should we do the bee next, or does someone else have a pre-bid on anything? Let me check. Let me check pre-bids. We've got a pre-bid on something else that's not TULA. And we've got some on Zuma. And we've got some on some other stuff.
Animals? Susie Sue's asked.
Any animals? Well, this has the bee in it. The TULA with the bee. And then I've got... I've got some spirit animal. That's one of the collections we have a little bit of. So we can get to some of that. The Prince Charming has a frog in it. So, yeah, we'll get to some of that. All right, let me do one of the others that has pre-bids because I don't want people to make people wait.
Said she found her people on Whatnot.
Oh, yes.
Can you do homemade too?
Yes, I will. Okay, so let's do, let me just see what's here that has a pre-bid.
Animals and homemade.
Okay, so, well, I've got pre-bids on some other stuff that's not TULA Pink. So how do I want to handle that? I just want to run it really quick so that they can get it. All right, so this is for, this is not TULA Pink, this is Poppy Cotton. And this is brand new Poppy Cotton from this year. And this is the print that is called Mushroom Blooms. And someone pre-bid on a half yard of that, so I'm going to run that really quick for them. And then if someone else wants some, let me know. So this is for a half yard of poppy cotton mushroom blooms. It's beautiful. Brand new line that was out
Granny
just
says,
this year.
I do. Do you, Wild Granny, take this fabric? I do.
Some New Passion is taking a half yard of that. Thank you. All right, and I'll run another one.
To have and to hold.
It's beautiful, and it has mushrooms on the selvage too, which is so cute. So that's running half yard. Thank you, Heidi Bar.
One. Keep running.
Keep running. Okay. Mushroom blooms. I mean, who doesn't love mushrooms? And if you love this, let me show you the panel that goes with it.
Liz would do a yard if you'd run a yard.
Yeah, I have this set up for half yards,
Crystal,
but I can run a yard for you. Yeah.
Takes another
Crystal is taking one. All right, let me just run a yard by putting in by weight. So this is for a yard of this for Liz. So there we go.
Well,
so yard for Liz. Okay, and some New Passion will do a yard as well.
Or another half yard, will not cut it.
Yeah, let's just do another half yard for you, and then we won't cut it. So, unless you want a yard. Unless you want a yard and a half.
And Starworks will take a yard.
Okay, so this is a half yard. No one else bid for the person who was it. Some wants another half yard. So let Some have her half yard. Since she already got one half.
Some young guy.
Oh, Heidi jumped in.
That's okay.
That's okay. We'll run again. All right. Heidi has a half yard as well.
There we go.
All right. So another half yard. So if you already have a half yard, we'll give you continuous. Thank you. All right. So Some got her yard. Okay. And then who else wanted a yard?
I don't remember. Starworks or somebody.
Okay. So let me run another 1 yard piece of this. $12. This is for a yard.
Wild Granny said she'll do a yard.
You're writing down yards, right? Yes, or half yards. Okay.
Yes, I am.
Starworks gets a yard.
Run it again for a yard.
All right. Another yard on it for Wild Granny.
Or whomever, I guess. You got plenty of yards, right?
Yeah, I've got plenty. All right, Wild Granny's in on that. How many have I sold so far?
You've sold 3 full yards and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 half yards. So that's another 2.5 yards.
So how many yards total?
5.5.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. So I can
run a half yard again.
All right, one more half yard, and then we'll move on. So here we go. One more half yard, and then we'll move on. And I'll grab the panel that goes with this in case you want the panel as well. All right, Heidi's taking another half.
So run it again if you
Run
can.
it one more. Okay, one more half because someone else wanted one. Here we go. One more half. And then we've got to stop because then I would have to measure and make sure I have enough. Because I'm sure I have enough for now. Mary. All right.
We'll have some more at a future show. So
yeah. I'll just have to measure. I just don't want to sell more than I have. Okay, and then panels. So this is the panel that goes with it. It's called Mushroom Blooms Seeds of Inspiration.
Sowing the seeds
and
of
it is a 24.5 inch by width of fabric. And you get 10 rows of these cute little kind of seed packet look little mushroom themed. They're so adorable, so stinking adorable. And so I'm going to run that. If anyone wants one of these panels. And I still have 12 available, so if you want one, you guys don't have to bid them up. And Marla's taking one. And quickly, if anyone else wants one of these Seeds of Inspiration mushroom bloom panels from Poppy Cotton, new this year.
Not running.
Not running. Okay, here it is, running. And then let's get back to some TULA. I need the fan on. Can you turn it on?
Yeah.
Getting hot. And Wild Granny takes one. Running again. Maybe. Nope, not running again. Running again. There we go. All right. Looks like we'll finish with that one. All right. Okay, so let's move on. Back to some
You want to hand that to me, please?
What's that?
You want to hand that
to
me,
yes.
please?
Let me hand it to you. That would be a good idea.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right. The next TULA that I had pre-bids on was the bees, I think. Or no. Let me look. Homemade Zuma. All right, let's do, I saw the one on Zuma and I saw the one on, well, it looks like we've got pre-bids on several, and then I've got pre-bids on some other stuff. So be patient, we'll get to it all. So let me go to this Zuma collection because that was what was next that I saw first. And I have quite a bit of different prints. So the person who pre-bid on Zuma, can you tell me which print you're specifically mostly interested in? Is it the
Spirit Animal Otters? Is that it? Or is that just a request?
That's a request. Do I have Spirit Animal Otters? No. On Spirit Animal, I only have the birds, the spools, and then the marble. Oh, and some of the one with the bears on it, I think. I'll pull that out.
She said she thought it was in the photo. Welcome, Pilgrim.
It might. Let me pull that out and I'll look. All right. So on Zuma, this is the sea bloom with the jellyfish. And I have...
That one, Silver Lily said.
All right. Yeah, I have a yard of this so I can run... I think I put this one in for fat quarters as well. Let's see. Yeah, fat quarters. So I can do 4 fat quarters of this print. And this one is from 2018. And you would get a fat quarter, or if you bid twice, a continuous. So here's the first fat quarter.
Melody Cook.
Of this Zuma. And it is in the green pink colorway. And this is called Sea Bloom from Zuma. Silver Lily gets the first fat quarter. Here's the next fat quarter of that running. Tula Pink Zuma. And Trey Woo gets the next fat quarter.
Trey Woo got off work.
Yay! Trey Woo's here. Congrats. And here is the third fat quarter of Sea Bloom from the Zuma line with the jellies. It's so cool. So
complete takes that.
Takes a fat quarter. All right, last fat quarter of this one is running. And everyone noticed that my awesome friend Lovely Pinto is here modding. She got off work. She's probably exhausted. Hopefully you're not too exhausted. And she's here modding. And Lintana is also modding today as well. Thank you so much for your help. in the chat.
Thanks,
and who got
Silver
that
Lily.
last one? Silver Lily. Congrats. And if you got 2, we'll make it a continuous half yard. All right. And then in that same line, I do have the jellies in the red colorway. And I can run that one for 4 fat quarters as well. So let's do the jellies in the red. So first one, jellies in red. Make sure you're following Lovely Pinto and bookmark
Thanks,
her
Barb.
upcoming show. She has one at the beginning of May. And she has an amazing collection of fabric. She's got
So Complete takes that.
Thank you, So Complete. Some awesome stuff she's going to run. She's destashing her own collection, and you won't want to ever miss a Lovely Pinto show. So, yeah, she went back to work full time to get her state retirement. Can't blame her, but we sure miss her. And that's running. All right, so complete and then this is the last fat quarter, right?
We ran 2 so far.
Oh, we've only run 2?
Yeah.
I thought we ran 3 of the red.
No, just 2.
Okay. Are you sure?
I'm pretty positive.
All right. Is this only the second one, you guys?
This is the third one now.
This is the third one now? Okay. I'm talking. I can't talk and do this at the same time. So complete
takes that.
All right. So last one, right? Is everyone in agreement? Last one?
Yep.
All right. Here we go. Last one of jellies in red. And you guys hang in with us. We're going to raid into Maniac Maker when we finish. And she's got some awesome fabric. She's been doing a lot of really cool custom fabrics that are just amazing. So if you love Tula Pink stuff, you'll love some of the stuff she has. Jackie, thank you.
Jacatha,
What an awesome first purchase to get an awesome out of print Tula Pink. Congrats. All right. So that's all the jellies I have. And then also in Zuma, I have the Stingray. So this one has the Stingray kind of disguised in the print. I have to look at it for a minute and see.
She cut you once.
Where
she
is
cut
it?
you twice. Still you believe.
Oh, it's these little stingrays right here. See the little stingrays? That's so cool. So I've got one piece that is a half yard already. So I'm just going to run this one twice. And this will be a pre-cut half yard. Or if you get both, it'll be a pre-cut half yard. It is already, so I can cut it into 2 fat quarters. If you get both pieces, it'll be a half yard. That was what I was trying to say. So here we go. All right, so fat quarter of Stingray is running. And then I have another piece of it that I think is a yard. So we'll run some more of that one as well. So if you want some Stingray, it is cool. Beachy Bean is taking the first fat quarter. And here we go. Second fat quarter of this already cut half yard is running. If you want the whole piece, bid twice. Or if you bid twice on the other one too, I can switch it out for a full half if it works. All right, Raleigh takes the other half of this piece. And then, like I said, I have another piece. So if it works out, we'll give you a continuous. So this one is a full yard piece. So I can run 4 fat quarters out of this. So here we go. First one is running. First fat quarter, Stingray. And Jackie is in on that. And Silver Lily is in.
Silver Lily.
Thank you. All right, 3 more. 3 more fat quarters. And I'm going to go back down to 10 seconds here in a second so we can get through these fast. So everybody swipe your fingers on power mode.
The Rollinator takes
another one. All right, going down to 10 seconds. Swipe in fast.
Thanks, Raleigh.
Thank you. So this is the third one, right, of this piece?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll have one more after this of the stingray.
Kathleen will.
Thank you, Kathleen. All right, last one. 10 seconds, jump in.
Welcome in, Cindy
Last
Cole.
one
Welcome
of
in,
stingray
Fabric
is
Stasha.
running.
Welcome in, Mama Sasa.
And if you bid twice, I'll try to give you a continuous half yard if it works out.
No.
Who got that one?
Jackie, no.
Jackie, congrats.
Dr. Knows, evil Dr. Knows, twin sister.
So put those together with the other half yard piece because I think there were two people that can get a continuous. If it worked out, I'll give it to them that way.
It's just Raleigh.
No, I think Jackie got two, didn't she?
No.
No? Okay, so just Raleigh.
Yeah.
All right.
And we'll go to Raleigh.
All right, this is the high tide piece.
Welcome in
from that collection.
And Delaney D.
And
That's
you know what? I'm gonna make an executive decision here because, well, no, you still get the full print with a half yard because of how it runs. You get the full part of the yellow and the pink, how it goes. Because see how it's cut. Are you guys okay with half yards of this? Or I mean, sorry, fat quarters of this. What do you think? Because here's your half yard mark. So if we do fat quarters, you'll basically get, you know, a little bit of all the colors in there in your fat quarter. So if you're okay with that, otherwise I can do half yards. Let's do fat quarters so that more people can get it if they want.
What's it called?
This one is High Tide.
Well, and people can bid for more than one.
Yeah, and you can bid for more than one if you want a full half yard. So this is for fat quarters. We're going to do four fat quarters of High Tide from Zuma. So Susie takes one.
Susanator.
All right,
Thank you, Suze.
Here's another one running. Mary takes one.
Mary. Prize sister.
All right. Third one running. This is Zuma.
Welcome, Kimberly
High Tide.
Hollowell.
In the pink, yellow, orange, fuchsia
This
colorway.
Takes that.
Thank you. And last one, right?
Yep.
Last one of High Tide. Last fat quarter.
Welcome, happy, joy.
Going to Raleigh.
Raleigh.
Congrats. Okay, here's that piece.
Raleigh from Diary.
All right, and then this is Stingray in the green. So Stingray in the green, I have a piece that is a pre-cut half that I can do 2 fat quarters of. And then I have another piece that is a full yard. So we can do a total of 6 of Stingray. So 6 of Stingray in the green. Here we go. Hey, So Happy Crafting is here. Everybody give So Happy Crafting. Are you traveling this week? Because I didn't see that you had shows. Heidi Bar is in on a fat quarter. Thank you.
Better than a Hershey bar.
And here we go. Fat quarter, Stingray in the green.
I was taking a break before the madness.
Oh, good. Yeah, because you got So Happy Crafting just brought home a new haul from California. So make sure you get her shows bookmarked for next week. She's going to have some awesome shows.
She's going to sell Gavin Newsom. Welcome, Leah Fu.
I wish she was selling Gavin Newsom to Canada or something. No.
Be nice. This is
I
not a
know.
political show.
Non-political show. I just think he's ruined California personally.
Heidi
Bar's taking that. Congrats.
No.
Here we
Not
go. Next one is running.
Welcome in, Shells.
Well, you were the one that brought it up, not me. Beachy Bean takes one.
He's
How many
the
have I
governor
run?
of California.
How many have I run?
4.
All right, 2 more. I
Beachy
can run
Bean
2 more
takes
of
a
the
bad
stingray
girl.
in green.
He's a good looking
See
guy.
the little
Maybe somebody
stingrays
wants
hidden in the print. They show up like
Carrie
that
Nash.
in several different poses. Very cool. Raleigh takes one. All right, last one, right?
Yes, my dear.
Last stingray in the green colorway is running. Last one is going to Trey Wu. Congrats.
Takes that.
And again, if you bought more than one, I will try and accommodate you with a full half yard.
Everybody have fun tonight. Everybody Trey Wu tonight.
All right, so just keep those together.
Next Trey Wu.
All right, the last 2 I have of Zuma are this print that is called Tower, and it has these cool wavy, neat designs on it. And
welcome Claire.
I have
Full.
a yard.
Welcome Denise Foy. Welcome Crafted Teacher. Welcome
and
Laura
an odd
Ram.
cut
Welcome
on
Susanna.
that piece.
Welcome Samantha.
Let me see how much I have of the orange one. And then I have the orange as well. The orange piece is a full yard, so I'm going to do 4 fat quarters of this. We'll do that one first.
What's
so
this
is
called?
This one is called High Tower.
High Tower.
In orange. High Tower orange. So this is for a fat quarter of the High Tower orange.
It's a guy from Police Academy.
What is?
High Tower.
There's a guy named High Tower?
Yep, see, Mary.
Oh, no, it's not High Tower. It's just Tower.
It's just Tower. Okay.
Yeah, Tower.
Tower of Power.
Tower
welcome,
7,
Claire,
actually. It says
welcome, Denise
Tower
Foy.
7. Okay. So that was the first one. Here's the second one. Tower 7 in orange.
Tower Record.
So it's like these cool wave designs in the orange.
Some new passion.
Thank you, some new passion. All right. Here's the third, and then we'll have one more piece in the orange colorway. Silver Lily takes it. All right, last one. Last fat quarter of Tower in the orange.
Tower to Power.
And this is from the Zuma line. The selvage has a stingray on it, I think.
Mary takes.
Oh no, it's a fish. There's a little fish on the. Is that a fish or a stingray? I don't know. I think it's a fish. Thank you. No, all right, now we'll do the green. And the green, I'm going to run 4 fat quarters. And then I have a weird little piece on the end that is about 14 inches. So here we go. First fat quarter of Tower in the green is running.
Welcome, Wendy Gill.
This is a fun green with the kind of, it has like a green on green.
C.
Right.
Mary takes
Thank
that.
you, C. Mary. Here we go. Second fat quarter is running. Thank you for your bids.
The Rollinator takes
Raleigh's
that.
taking that. Third fat quarter, 10 second sudden death is going to run right now. So this is the third fat
welcome,
quarter
Poppy Brack.
of Tower in green, Tula Pink Zuma. And that's going to C. Mary. last one that's a fat quarter. So last one that's a fat quarter. Is going to some new passion. Okay, now let me just measure this and make sure I'm accurate in what I'm saying here. So there's the yarn. All right, this is going to be a piece. I'm going to say 14, but it's more like 15 inches. But I just want to give myself some leeway in making sure those fat quarters are cut nice and straight. So you're going to get a 14, more like 15-inch piece width of fabric. So almost a half yard, but not quite. 14-inch width of fabric of this green Zuma. So that's what's left. So you're getting a full width of fabric by 14. It'll actually come out probably more like 15 once I cut.
Some new passion takes it.
Awesome. So very cool. That was all of Zuma.
We'll just give you a continuous piece on that.
Yep. Thanks, everyone. All right, let's run another giveaway. And this one is a buyer giveaway. So everyone that has made a purchase, get in, and you're going to get a 18-inch piece of this awesome Curiouser. And it's a wide, this is a very wide ribbon. It's about 1.5 inches wide, and it has the cats. Is this not awesome? And again, this came from Community Quilter. So if you want more of this type of stuff, make sure you're following her. Someone tag her in chat. And it's just the coolest ribbon embroidered. So everyone get in that made a purchase. This is a buyer giveaway running. So you'll get an 18-inch piece of this awesome ribbon. So get in that. Okay, let's see. This is from Zuma, so I want to run it right now if someone wants it. This is a charm pack from Zuma. And it is a 42-piece, 5-inch. I have it starting at $34, which is kind of crazy because this probably might go for a lot more than that. Let me open. It's in a nice little bag here. Let me just show you. It has, I think all the prints from that line are in here. So all the colors, all the prints, so are in here, more than I had in fabric. So if someone wants this amazing charm pack from Zuma, I'm going to put it in the little bag here, keep it nice. And let's run that. Here we go. From 2018, I'm going to go up to, I'm going to take sudden death off and go up to 20 seconds. And give you guys a little bit of thinking if you want this Zuma charm pack that is running. It's the full collection, 42-piece, 5-inch charm. It's an amazing thing to find. I literally did not find this one. It does not exist, except for in people's collections. And Marla is getting that. Awesome. Congrats.
Thanks, Marla.
Good deal. Good deal. All right. Let's do... We had the request for... let me see what else got pre-bid so that I'm trying to do the ones you guys are pre-bidding on.
See when...
I've got a pre-bid on... let's see.
Did anybody pre-bid on my rock?
I've got pre-bids on lots of stuff here.
I don't think anybody pre-bid on my rock.
No one pre-bid on your rock?
Yeah, we got it in a storage locker. It's my rock.
Okay, let's see. I think people were asking for homemade, so let's do that next.
We had a request for nightshade.
Okay. Yeah, I see that. I think we had homemade requested first, so I'm going to go to that one. And then we'll do some nightshade. Okay, this is all I have of homemade left.
Homemade.
So I've got the tools print.
On the range, where the deer
and this piece is Tools of the Trade, and it is a 31-inch piece. So I'm just going to run the let's see. Let me get this one pulled up. And the skies are not cloudy all day. So I'm going to run a half yard of this one first, because I'm doing this one in half yards. So you'll get a half yard, and then the rest of this that will be left will be about 13-inch by width of fabric, so a third of a yard. So this is for a half yard.
What's this called?
This is Homemade and Tools of the Trade. So Homemade Tools. I'll just write Homemade Tools. So that's a half yard running, and then I'll run the third yard piece of this print if someone wants it.
Hi. We're in the middle of a live broadcast. I gotta go.
Okay, no worries. We're just doing windows. So. Oh. And that's going to Stasa. Congrats. So Stasa is taking the half yard. And then this is going to be...
You saved us from the window salesman. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Stasa. This is going to be the third yard. I'm going to start it at 6. So the third yard piece starting at 6. So it'll be 12 by width of fabric.
And this is what?
This is the same fabric.
The other one was half yard, right?
Yes, and this one's a third yard.
Third yard.
Yeah. And the third yard piece is going to Ms. Bogey. Congrats.
I'm your bogeyman. That's what I am. I'll give you.
All right. And then I have a...
Oh, I missed. I was writing down bogey. I missed the who won.
You missed the who won of what?
Who won the giveaway?
Oh, did someone win the giveaway? Who won?
I couldn't see it fast enough.
Some new passion. Congrats. You're getting an 18-inch piece of this awesome ribbon. And it will come with one of those cards. So let me get this ready for you. And it will come with one of these. It's not really a card. It's a cute little note paper and envelope. And congrats on that. Very cute.
Congrats, some new passione.
Yay. And let's get another giveaway started here in just a minute. After we run Homemade, I'll run another one. So here's the Homemade piece we just sold, the half yard and the third yard. All right. And then I have this print that has the measuring tape on it. And this one is called Measure Twice. And in that same colorway, so it'll match this nicely. And I have a yard and a third. So I'm going to do 2 half yards and then a third yard piece. So this will be for a half yard of Homemade.
Welcome in, Aaron Kelly. Cindo 50. Welcome in, Kimber Dawn. Marianne is in the house.
Just a second. Okay, so this is for a half yard of the Measure Twice. So a full half yard. And then I'm going to run this for half yards 2 times, and then we'll run a third yard. So here we go. So this is for a half yard. Oh, and I took sudden death off, but that's okay. Why did I take sudden death off? Oh, because I was running those other things. Stasa takes the first half yard. All right, here's the second half yard. So second half yard of measure twice in the green glue. Hey, Trims. Trims knows all about Tula Pink. And she sold most of hers, right? Do you have any left? Who's getting that half yard? Trims is taking that. Thank you. All right, and then this is for the little piece that's left, which is a third yard. So you get a third of a yard by full width of fabric. And I'm going to start it at 6. So this is for a 12-inch by width of fabric. Welcome in, Maritza. So 12-inch width of fabric. You still have some homemade, but not that one. Oh, okay. Yeah, I only have ever seen the green. I don't think this quilter ever bought it in anything but green. I sold a big full yard piece of it once to someone like a year, Miss 2 years Boogie ago. Takes that. Thank you. That's what I am. All right, so you have half yard, third yard, right? Yep. All right, perfect. All right, and then this is from that same collection. And this is the one that is called Cut Once, and it has the cutting board in the green colorway. It has cute little buttons and pins and scissors and sewing machines in the little blocks. So cute. And this one is... This one I have... I can run 3 half yards, and then I'll have an odd size piece that I'll sell. So we're going to run 3 half yards of this first. And this is the one that is called Cut Once. All right. Is that what I said? Yeah, Cut Once. Half yards? Yeah. So I'm running 3 half yards. So here's the first half yard running of Cut Once. Cute little, it doesn't show up good on here, but all the little blocks have a different design in them. Little buttons, sewing machines, pins, hearts, scissors, needles. Very cute. And Jula John, thank you for your first purchase. All right. This is for another half yard. I'm going to run it 2 more times for half yards. I can't remember what year this one came out, but it's more recent. Didn't it come out during COVID or right before COVID? Welcome green. No clue. Well, I'm asking chat. See, Mary takes the half yard. All right, this is the third half yard, right, Bert? Yes, ma'am. All right, third half yard is running, and then I'm going to measure and see how much the remaining piece. This is must have been end bolt or something, because it has an odd size piece on the end. So this is the last one that's a full half yard going to Raleigh. Congrats. All right, so let me measure that out. So we've got 1, 2. All right, this is going to be for 13 inches. So a little bit more than a third yard. So 13-inch piece. And that is all I'll have left of that. Of 2019, Lovely Pinto says. 2019. Oh, yeah, so it was just before COVID. I thought so. So this is for the third yard piece of that one. If someone wants the rest of this. It's a little bit more than the third yard. It's about 13 inches. I know, Google is my best friend most days.
Miss Bogey takes that.
And if Google doesn't know, Bert knows.
Yeah.
Not about fabric, though. Google has to answer all my fabric questions. All right. Thanks, everyone, on that. So that's everything from Homemade.
Thank you.
Let me do another giveaway because I said I was going to do another giveaway. This one will be a everybody giveaway. And this is a cute 18-inch piece of this embroidered ribbon that is from, it's the Hexy Rainbow Tula Pink. And it's a thinner, like half-inch wide
Do we have any
embroidered.
Untamed?
So there we go. Yes, I think. Wait, tell me which one's Untamed. Which line is that from?
Welcome in, wolf it up.
All right, so let me start that giveaway. So everyone getting this giveaway. This is an everyone giveaway. Followers and buyers, everyone can get in. You'll get a half yard of this Hexy Rainbow ribbon. And again, this came from Community Quilters. She has a lot of this awesome Tula Pink ribbon. So if you want some, make sure you're following her.
It has the big dahlias.
The big dahlias on it.
Welcome in, Coster.
Untamed. I don't think I do. Because if you don't know the line.
The line is Untamed. It's got the big dahlias.
Yeah, I don't have that. I don't have anything from Untamed.
It's a brand new line, says Lovely.
Oh, it's a brand new line. Yeah, I don't have any new stuff. This is all out of print stuff or almost out of print. Yeah. So yeah, I don't have any of that. Okay, so let me do
I'm out of print.
The
Welcome, Lolly.
All right, we were gonna do Nightshade next. Let's start with the Deja Vu because that one's got pre-bids on it.
Welcome, Julie SCH.
So this is Nightshade Deja Vu, which is the newer one because they redid Nightshade, and I just have this half yard I'm going to run first. And this is already a pre-cut half yard of the mini coven that has the little cameos on it. And I'm just going to show you the whole piece so you see what you're getting. The cameos on the bottom are full, but they're close to the edge. So you get two really good rows. And then this bottom row is a little bit close to the edge. You can see that. Okay. And this is a half yard. Let me just look at how straight it was. It's pretty straight cut, maybe a little bit wonky right there. Okay, so that's that piece. I'm going to run that first.
Welcome in, Nana.
So you're getting this half yard. We've got a pre-bid. So if that's not what you wanted, the person who pre-bid, your other option is this panel piece, and it is a 24-inch width of fabric, and it has the larger cameos. Let me just show you how that comes out.
Welcome
in the wash.
in, Grace.
You pretty much have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 nice cameos on that piece. So either one of these, tell me which you're getting choice. So here we go. That's running either the panel or the half yard, whichever you choose. Because we had 5 pre-bids, so I wasn't sure what you were pre-bidding on, so you're getting choice of either the panel or the half yard. And this is Nightshade Deja Vu.
Welcome, Kimmy. Hi. Welcome, Z. Nice it.
So either this panel piece or this half yard.
Everybody have fun tonight. Everybody Trey Woo
your choice.
Tonight. Trey Woo wins.
Trey Woo. Did you want the panel or the half yard?
The panel.
The panel. You got it. Okay.
Thank you, Trey Woo.
All right. And then this is the half yard of mini coven. So we'll run that. It's a nice one. It has the full selvage. So if you want this one, it is maybe running. Where did it go? it showed that I had two. I swear, you guys, that when I run these things, the units are disappearing. It showed I had 2 units. I ran it, and my units disappeared. Does anyone else have that happen, or am I crazy?
I don't know. I don't have 2 units.
Thank you for that. All right, here we go. I'm going to have to put it back in here. 1 second.
Lots of people are saying that.
What are they saying? That I'm crazy?
No, that they're having problems. I guess.
Okay. I don't even know what my start price was in on here, so I don't care. Let's see.
No, the things are disappearing.
Oh, things are disappearing. Okay. Well, then it's not just me.
And the winner of the giveaway is Jerry. So
Jerry, yay! You get a half yard of this really cool hexy ribbon. So that's coming to you with that cute paper and card. Well, it's like a card paper thing. Thanks. So very congrats, cute. Jerry, and congrats. So all right, and I got this back in there. Let me see where it went to. Oh, I know what I did. I screwed up. Okay, here we go. Here's the half yard. It's because I clicked the pre-bid button. That's why it disappeared. That's a newer thing, that pre-bid button. It's awesome because you can see the pre-bids easily, but if you don't forget to click it off, you're like, where's my listing? So that's what I did. It was me. User error. So this is running. And Trey Wood is taking it. Congrats. Very nice. Half yard coming your way.
Thank you, Woo.
Oh, okay. So on the OG Nightshade, so Maniac Maker was telling me these are collectible, and I have 2 of them. They're the little original postcard from 2012 where people were invited to an artist talk with Tula Pink. And this is the little invite from the Missouri Western State University. And I have 2 of these.
Welcome,
so
the
first
Smith.
2 people to buy the
This
Nightshade OG original will get one of these collectible postcards. How cool is that? So that will be when we start selling this Nightshade that is the old one. Okay. And let me see what else we have pre-bids on. Again, if we don't get to everything, we will. Yeah, she lives in St. Joseph's, Missouri, which is so cool. And the story about that is hilarious. She started driving to decide where she wanted to live, and then she kind of ran out of money and gas, and that's where she ended up. Okay, request for Eden. All right, do we have a pre-bid on Eden? Yes. All right, let me do that one next. All right, Eden is, let me remember. That's chipper. Eden is this. Okay. Let me show you what I have for Eden. All right, for Eden, I have 5 different prints. I have the Crouching Tiger in the blue colorway, blue teal colorway. I have it in the purple, and I have it in the red. Okay. So the person who pre-bid, tell me which print you were looking for so I can run that first. So, because we do have a pre-bid on here. Which one were you looking for first? The purple Crouching Tiger. Okay, so let's run that first. And this I am doing in half yards, $12 start. So this is for a half yard of Crouching Tiger in the purple colorway. So here we go. And I can run this twice in that colorway. And you'll get a half yard. So very cool. This is an amazing print. Amazing print. And Susie Sue's takes the first half yard. Bert left the room for a second. Let me write this down. All right, so Eden, Crouching Tiger, purple. 1/2 yard goes to Susie Sue's. All right. So running again for the second half yard in the purple colorway. I just have 2 half yards of this in the purple. So that's running again. Susie took the first half yard. And she's in on it for the full yard. So you're getting that full piece. Congrats.
Susie.
That is an awesome piece. Congrats. She gets that whole piece. All right. Let's do the blue-green colorway of Crouching Tiger. And same thing, I have 2 half yards of this one. This color shows up funny on camera. That's better. That's pretty accurate right there. Let me get some white just so you can see. Yeah, that shows up good. Okay. So here we go. This is for a half yard of the Crouching Tiger.
Chick.
So Crouching Tiger in the blue-green.
Joe.
So this is for a half yard, Crouching Tiger in blue-green.
Hidden Dragon, Crouching Tiger. Oh.
This reminds me of that book series that is, has anyone read that book series? I can't think of the name of it right now, but it's really good. It's like, it was a book that was written for teen,
So
like, young adults, but it's about this girl who, goes to take a job training a tiger, and the tiger is actually a man who's enchanted. Anyway, it's a good series. All right, here we go. This is for, let's see.
Oh, I know that one. It's Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Did that run under the right thing?
Eden by TULA.
Does it say that?
It says Eden by TULA.
On your screen?
Pink, Free Spirit.
Okay.
Per.
Okay, here we go. So here's the second half yard of the Crouching in the blue-green.
Hidden Dragon, Crouching Tiger.
Hidden Dragon, Crouching Tiger is a movie, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Chinese martial arts.
Yeah. Trey Wu takes that one. All right, so that one we're cutting.
Yes, we are.
All right, so you've got that written down.
Yes,
okay, so now here we have the red colorway. It's kind of an interesting red color, and then it's got the pink and teals in there. So pretty. We're going to run 2 half yards of this. All right, that's the first half yard going.
Welcome in.
Thanks for being here, everyone.
Which colorway was that, she asked? On the first?
This colorway, the one you bought was the blue-green. This one is like the red. It's like a kind of deep red color.
So Complete.
So Complete gets the first half yard. And here is the second half yard running. Eden, Crouching Tiger. Second half yard running.
What colorway is this?
I don't know what they called it, but I just put red.
Red, okay.
Yeah.
Welcome in, Cheryl and Sanjumawan. So Complete.
Not an estate sale. These are the ones that I got from. We bought 3 storage lockers from a lady who amassed fabric
Welcome,
over
Pat,
the
Pat.
course of about 20 years.
Is it
And
just
she had an amazing collection.
2 half yards on that?
Yeah, just 2 half yards on that.
All right, thanks, Sophie.
All right, and then the other fabrics I have from Eden, I have the this one in the green colorway called Henna, and it's kind of that teal with the chartreuse designs on it. And I can run, let's see, 1, 2. Let me just make sure they're full half yards. Yeah, I can run 3 half yards because I have a yard and a half of this, of the henna. So this is for a half yard of the henna from the Eden line. And it's that pretty teal with the kind of chartreuse green flower design in there. Super pretty. So that's running if someone wants a half yard of the Eden henna. All right, doesn't look like anyone wants that one.
No.
All right, no one on that one. Okay.
Welcome in, Lolis Marie.
And then I do have the quatrefoil. This is called Mosaic. It's like mosaic tile quatrefoil design, and that kind of goes ombre. And I have, let's see how much of that I have. And it goes with the purple colorway. So I have 1, 2. I could do 3 half yards of the mosaic. So if you want a half yard of the mosaic, that is running from Eden, Tula Pink Eden. It's a really cool print. Little quatrefoil tiles that ombre into the different colors. And this is for a half yard. And Indie Mom is taking the first half yard. I'll run it again. So this is the second half yard of that running. And again, this is Tula Pink Eden out of print mosaic. And it goes with, well, it actually matches both the green and the purple probably. Maybe. Definitely the purple colorway of the Crouching Tigers.
No.
Jackie is taking a half yard.
Jackie, no.
All right, last half yard of the mosaic is running. So last half yard of mosaic running. Thank you for your bids. And last half is going to Ms. Bogey.
I'm your boogeyman. That's what I am. I'll give you whatever I can.
All right.
Thank you, Casey and the Sunshine Band.
All right. The only other thing I have on Eden is this charm pack.
Libby on
the and I've got it in there at a $34 start, but no pre-bids. If I get a pre-bid on it, or if someone else, if at least a couple people tell me they want this to run. So it's the full collection of Eden in a charm pack. But this, I saw a sold on this for $70. So I've got to have at least 2 people that want to bid on it for me to want to run it. So let me know if you want me to run that. And let's see. Let me see what else we've got pre-bids on so we can run the pre-bids. Let's see. All right, we've got some pre-bids on Slow and Steady. So let me pin that.
I like it.
And then go back out of pre so I don't screw this up. Okay, so Slow and Steady is these. All All right, and I'm assuming, I'm going to probably
Welcome
assume
in,
that you
Jackson,
either want
Remy.
some of this one or some of this one.
Stormy McNutt.
Okay, and I'm doing these as fat quarters. These are next to impossible to find almost. And this is the one called Grandstand.
Yes to both.
So this is the grandstand with the raccoons, the hedgehogs, the bears, the chipmunks, the birds, the rabbits. This is so good. And then this one has the rabbits.
Delicious.
All right, so let's start with this one. I have multiple pieces of the rabbits. This one is called the hare. So it has you can see the rabbit in the design. So this one I can do 4 fat quarters out of this piece. So this is for a fat quarter. So fat quarter of the hare is running, and we had a pre-bid. If the person who pre-bid and we don't get additional bids, then tell me which one you actually wanted, because I'm not going to force you to take this fat quarter if you wanted the other.
Well, we know by the bids that they want this one.
Yeah, so that's fine.
Crystal McKinney takes the first run.
Thank you, Crystal. So first fat quarter of hare is going to Crystal. Here's another one running. Fat quarter of the hare.
Welcome in, B Loves Quilting, Mama C.
And the way this one is cut, you're going to get 2 rows that have complete hare rabbits in it. So it'll look nice. I'll try and if there's any extra, I'll try and cut it really carefully. Yeah, there's a little tiny bit extra, so I'll try and give you the best cut.
Bogey.
So that it gives you the best print, part of the print. Miss Bogey gets the next fat quarter. And we have 2 more of this one available fat quarters.
Welcome in, Glow Bug.
Thank you for your bids.
Silver Lily.
Silver Lily takes one. All right, how many have I sold of that?
3.
All right, this is the last one on this piece. Last one on this piece. Fat quarter.
Hey, we just got raided by Colorado Bumpkin.
Who raided us?
Colorado Bumpkin.
Colorado Bumpkin. Thank you so much for the raid. Everybody give Colorado Bumpkin a follow. Tell us what you sell and when your next show is.
No.
And who's taking
Jackie,
this?
No.
Jackie Lowe.
No.
Okay. All right, so that piece is spent.
Welcome, Susan Sue's for Sue.
And then I do have another piece of that.
Ronnie,
Let's see how much is on this piece of the hair. So this one's also a yard. It's a little bit like there's maybe 2 extra inches. So again, on your fat quarter, I'm going to try and cut as best I can to give you as much of the print as I can. So this is your fat quarter.
Hillbilly Deluxe.
I'm running 4 more fat quarters of hair. If you get 2 of this, I'll try and give you a half yard. Well, I will give you a half yard unless there's odd numbers. So
thank you for that note there, Hillbilly.
That is running for another fat quarter of the hair. Going to Jackie, no.
No. Is this a different colorway?
No, same colorway.
Oh.
They were just 2 separate cut pieces, so.
Oh, I started making that.
It's okay because they're 2 separate pieces, but keep them together so we can give people half yards if they got more than 1.
Welcome in, Jaime.
So this is for a fat quarter of the hair from Tula Pink, Slow and Steady. And this line was from, oh, I didn't get the year on this one.
Silver
I don't remember.
Lily takes that.
But it is Free Spirit, so it's from 2008 or later. All right, Silver Lily. All right, how many have I sold?
2 on this one.
All right, 2 more pieces, 2 more fat quarters on this
Welcome,
piece.
James. Welcome, TULA.
So if you want a fat quarter of the hair, that is running. And anything we don't get to tonight, it will be available in next week's show, or we'll do a part 2, Tula Pink part 2. So September 2016 is from the hair. Awesome. Okay.
So Jackie
one more.
Now has 3 on the 2 pieces. So.
Okay. So Jackie has 3 fat quarters.
Laura.
This is the last one of the hair. It's the last fat quarter available of the hair from So Slow and Steady. These are so gorgeous. Last fat quarter. Is going to Jackie. Congrats. So she got a total of 4.
3. Yeah, 4.
4. So you'll get a full yard. Congrats.
Thanks, Jackie.
All right. This one is so this one is the grandstand print. This print is amazing. Amazing, amazing. And I have 2 full yards of this. So I can run 8 fat quarters. And the way this print is done, you really get, it's a little bit smaller, so you get a really nice piece with a fat quarter because everything is on there because of how it repeats. So very nice. And man, this pops on the screen, doesn't it? Woo! That is bright. So here we go. This is going to run for a fat quarter. I'm running this one 8 times. This print is called Grandstand.
Okay.
Grandstand. So fat quarter of Grandstand. And we're going to run 8 fat quarters of this. And I'm going to change back to a lower, faster time so we can go through this a little bit faster. Background on this is like the fuchsia pink. And then it's got this kind of purpley blue filigree animals. It's amazing.
Crystal McKinney takes one.
Crystal takes a fat quarter. All right, the next one is going at 10 seconds. Sudden Death. I'm turning Sudden Death back on. So we're going to run this 8 times, or 7 times now because we ran 1. So 7 more fat quarters of this are running. So if you want a fat quarter, slow and steady. Trey Wu takes 1. 10 seconds, Sudden Death. Time does not reset. If you want a fat quarter, jump in. Grandstand. Amazing print with all the animals.
Silver Lily.
Silver Lily takes 1. Next one is running. Fat quarter of Grandstand. Silver Lily.
Silver Lily.
All right, next one is running. And give me an update on how many we have left. 8 total.
This is the 5th one.
All right, so we can, this one's
Trey
5.
Wu.
So we can run 3 more?
Yep.
All right, 3 more. So this is countdown. 2 more after this one. Fat quarters. Sudden Death does not reset. And Trey Wu's in on that one. All right, second to last one is running. And Trey Wu is on that one.
Takes another one.
All right, last one, right? All right, last fat quarter of grandstand. If you want a piece of grandstand, this is the last fat quarter.
4 for Trey Wood.
What's that? And Krista McKinney got the last one.
Crystal McKinney.
Crystal. Thank you. Sorry, I can't see screens very well from up here, so I probably totally butcher all your names. All right, I have a...
Definitely butcher all your names, but it doesn't have anything to do with...
I have a single piece of the tortoise shell in the pink orange colorway. Just a single piece, and it measures... It's a 3/4 yard piece. So if I do halvesies on this, you would get a 14 by width of fabric. Let's do it that way. So you're going to get a 14 by width of fabric on this tortoise shell in the pink with the little orange dots from this Slow and Steady 14-inch by width of fabric. And if you get both pieces, I will give you the full piece. And it's a 28-inch. So 3/4 yard plus an inch.
Indie Mom.
Indie Mom takes the first piece. And here is the second piece of that running. And again, if you take both pieces, I'll just give you the whole thing.
Indie
Mom takes the whole piece. That's a really pretty piece. And congrats.
See if I can find... Okay. Thank you.
Just getting some fuzz balls off of this. All right, here you go.
Thanks, Indie Mom.
All right, and then this is the print that is called, from that line, that is called Clear Skies. That's an amazing print with the hexies from that ribbon that I was showing a minute ago. It's kind of hexies. I don't know. They're really cool. And I have a full yard of this, so we'll run 4 fat quarters. So we're going to run 4 fat quarters of this called Clear Skies. So here's the first fat quarter, Clear Skies, Tula Pink. It's from the Slow and Steady collection. It's an amazing print with these fun colors. And it's kind of a dizzy print. I like it. Jackie No takes the first fat quarter. Here is the next fat quarter running.
Jackie, did you know? Welcome, Taz Dan. Welcome, Boz.
And again, this is Tula
Lido
Pink.
missed the boat that day.
Jackie is taking the second fat quarter, so she'll get a half yard.
But that was all he missed.
All right, running the third fat quarter. Clear Skies. Jackie's taking the third fat quarter. Here's the last piece. So last piece, 10 seconds. Sudden death is on. Does not reset. If you want the last fat quarter, it's running.
It runneth.
And Jackie. Nope. Silver Fly jumped in on that.
Silver Fly.
Silver
Lily.
Lily. I told you I can't see the screen. Silver Lily. I know people's names.
Superfly.
I look up and that's what I read, and so that's what came out.
Welcome, Mount.
All right, so there we go. All right.
Thank you, Silverfly.
Let me see what else we've got pre-bids on, because I want to at least try and run all the pre-bids that are here. Let's see.
Welcome, Zara Electrica and My Reality Crafts.
Okay, I've got a pre-bid on this ABC panel that is a Wilmington. I think it's this one. Let me look for sure. Yeah, ABC Primer, book panel, graphic 45. So I've got 2 of these available. So I'm just going to run this for the person who wanted that. And if someone wants the second one, let me know. This is so adorable. It makes a little book. This is out of print. It's from Graphic 45 Wilmington. It has the little instructions on there and all the little book pages. So I'm going to run that for whoever wanted that, so it gets
Welcome in, Smiley,
completed.
Miley, and Ellen.
Super
17.
cute. That is running. Wild Granny.
Is this the whole piece is running?
Yeah, this is the whole piece, so you don't have to mark it to be cut. And I do have a second one of these. So Wild Granny gets the first one.
Granny.
And I'm going to trim some little things on that.
Get your motor running.
Thank you. All right, and then the second one is here. Same exact thing. These were cut pretty decent, so everything's there. Instructions, all the little pages. So let's run that second one. And here we go. So that one's running. Super cute.
Welcome in, Nicole Ray.
ABC Primer, graphic 45. Cute little book that you can put together with all the little pages. Has the whole alphabet in the cover, and you can put who it belongs to. Super cute. And that is going to Ellen. Congrats.
Ellen 17.
All right.
Hang on 1 second. Let me check something. Okay. Thanks, Ellen 17.
All right. Checking pre-bids again. I just want to
to
get stuff that everyone has bid on.
Hey, C&G signs.
All right. These are the coordinatings that go with that. I just have these 3 prints that go with that little book. And this one I just have a half yard. It's actually a little bit bigger than a half yard, but I'm going to run it as a half yard because it's a 23-inch. So, and that's the only piece I have of this print.
Welcome in, Amanda.
The ABC Primer. So if you want this half yard that's more than a half yard, 23-inch, this one is running. And if the person who pre-bid does not want this, just tell me which of the other 2 prints that you wanted a half yard of. Okay? Because I just have the one of that. And then if you want that, or if you wanted one of these, just let me know. So whoever wins, you can either get this or a half yard of either of these. Wild Granny's in. Did you want this piece, Wild Granny?
Yes.
All right, awesome. So cute. And you can use that to go with the book.
Thank you, Wild
All
Granny.
right, and then the other prints I have are this one that is, it's kind of like a charcoal, and then it has all these fun little things on it. And I've actually got...
Damn, Amanda.
I've got 3 yards of this, I think. Yeah, I've got 3 yards of this one. So if anyone wants a half yard of this one, that's running. And it's kind of a black charcoal color with all the little things on it. ABC's math problems.
You running half yards?
Yeah, this is half yards. And Ellen takes a half yard, and you can call this one the ABC Black. So ABC Black. Ellen takes a half yard. All right, running that one again. I'll just run it until nobody wants it. So if you want a half yard of this, swipe in ABC Graphic 45
Welcome
ABC
in,
primer.
Bel
It's the
Santa,
black with
Indar,
all the little fun designs. All right, no one else on that one.
Oh, take a read.
And then I have the row print that goes with this collection, and it is the graphic 45 that goes with that, and it's this cute row print that has the little fabric designs, the clocks, the ABCs, the math problems. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, shut the door. It's super
5,
cute.
6, buy
So
more
if you want a
fabric.
half yard of
Welcome
this
in, Pearl
one,
Brandy, Joy and Pain,
that's running real
and
quick.
Bel Santa.
And then we'll get back to some more Tula Pink. And I've got multiples of this one, so we can run that at least 2 or 3 times. Well, let me see how much I have. I think I have 3 yards.
17.
All right, so Ellen takes a half yard. Thank you. Did I run that under the right thing? No.
Shade,
No, I did not. Crap. That ran under the wrong thing because I had my pre-bid button on. So, did you want this? Is that what you were bidding on, Ellen? Because I had the wrong thing pulled up. This is what I was showing, right? So I just want to confirm, Ellen, that you knew what you were bidding on.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry about that. So let me... hang on. Edit. Okay, so write down. You have this written down. Row print, right?
Row print.
That's what she just won.
Right.
Okay. So let me pin the right one here. All right, so here's another half yard of that ABC primer row print running. So graphic 45, ABC primer, Wilmington.
Mary Tomas.
Mary has a half yard. Okay, anyone else want a half yard of this?
I think so. Run it again.
All right. Running again. Someone else wants a half yard. All right. And Wild Granny's in on a half yard. How many have I sold?
3 half yards.
All right, so I can run it. 1, 2. I can run 3 more of this. 3 more half yards.
Welcome in, Michelle Mall.
All right, so this is for a half yard. And I can run 2 more after this. So if you want a half yard of this. ABC primer, graphic 45, Wilmington.
Ellen 17 takes
Ellen
another
takes another half yard. All right, I can run 2 more. So 1, and then we'll run 1 more after this. Wild Granny takes a half yard.
Granny.
All right, last piece of this is running if someone wants a half yard. All right, looks like no one else wants a half yard, or did it run? I wasn't watching.
I don't know if it ran.
Did it run, you guys?
Did it run again? Wild Granny, did you buy a third half yard or just 2?
Oh,
no,
it never ran.
Not
okay, it didn't run. Sorry.
Welcome.
All right, 15 seconds.
Welcome.
Sudden death. This is the last half yard.
Santa.
If someone wants it. So last half yard of that one. going
Mary
to
Thomas takes it.
Mary Thomas.
Allison Ann is raiding with a party of 5.
Allison, thank you so much for the raid. Tell us what you sell and when your next show is. Everyone give Allison Ann a follow. And let's run a giveaway. All right, so this giveaway is going to be for an 18-inch piece of the Hexie ribbon, embroidered Tula pink ribbon. So 18-inch piece, and you'll also get a card.
She has a show tomorrow.
Allison. Awesome. And what do you sell? Tell us what you sell. All right, so 18-inch piece is running, and you'll get one of these cute cards and envelopes.
Sells fabric.
You sell fabric as well. Awesome.
She sells, but it's
so you must be newer because I don't recognize your name. Have you been in any of my seller chats? I apologize if you haven't. I don't recognize your name. So here we go. So someone's going to get this cute little card and the Hexie ribbon. So get in that giveaway. And thank you so much, Allison, for the raid. Please go follow her and bookmark her upcoming shows. All right. Let's see. Back to the auction. We are going to see what we're going to run next. All right, we're going to do birds and the bees next. That has some pre-bids on it. And let me show you what I have. In this one, we're going to do fat quarters. And I have half yard of this one left, so I can run 2 fat quarters of this colorway that is the Tree of Life. I have a half yard of this one that is, I don't know what this one's called because it's cut off. Does anyone know the name of this one? And then I've got half yard of the meteor shower in that colorway, half yard of meteor shower in the green colorway, and then I've got Tree of Life in the teal green. I've got Tree of Life in the red. I've got Tree of Life in the yellow, and then I've got the meteor shower in this colorway. All right, so whoever pre-bid, tell me what, when you win, just tell me which one you wanted. So this is birds and the bees. First fat quarter. So these are fat quarters. All right, so silver lily that was in on this one. So just tell me which one it was that you wanted the fat quarter of, and then we'll run the other piece of that one. So Tree of Life, I'm assuming probably Tree of Life in one of these.
Purple tree, she said.
Purple tree. Okay. So that's going to be your fat quarter, or whoever wins.
It says silver lily
so
1.
Silver lily 1, so you get that fat quarter. So we'll run the other half of this, and that's all I have of this Tree of Life in purple. So if you want a fat quarter of this, that is running for the other fat quarter of Tree of Life in purple. So
look, it got hemmed.
Silver lily.
How come you're wearing it?
Because I wanted to see what it looked like.
Oh, okay. You want to show it off?
Is it just 2 half?
Yeah, this one is just one piece. Did Lily take both pieces?
Yes.
Okay, so you get that full half yard silver. Awesome. All right.
Thanks, Silver Lily.
Anyone else want some of the birds and the bees? So I've got Tree of Life in the yellow red, the red, and then the teal background. So let me know if you guys want to see. I thought of you yesterday when I found a gorgeous chair in a thrift store and knew that it was quality fabric immediately. Oh, cool. So Ballard, as it turns out. Very cool. All right, Crystal wants the teal to run. Okay, Tree of Life teal. I have just 2 fat quarters available. So we'll run that twice. So here we go. Here's the first fat quarter. Birds and the Bees, Tree of Life in the teal colorway. That's running.
Awesome.
So if you want this fat quarter, that's running. Oh yeah, totally. Send me a picture. I'm excited to see it.
Crystal
You got it for
McKinney
$50. Very
takes
cool.
that.
Thank you, Crystal. All right, if someone else wants the other.
And the winner
Oh, we got a winner. Ellen, congrats.
17.
You get this little 18-inch hexie ribbon that is coming to you. All right, and here is the other fat quarter of Tree of Life, Birds and the Bees in the teal. So if someone wants this fat quarter, or if you get both pieces, you can get the full half yard. So that's running. And Crystal gets it. So she got both pieces, right?
Crystal McKinney, yep.
All right, you get that full half. Congrats. That's so pretty. Look at the birds and the bees in there with the trees. So pretty. All right, anyone else want any of those pieces from this collection?
Thank you,
I don't know what this one's called, but it's gorgeous. Does someone want this fat quarter? Because it has, see how the bees are in this design?
Mary Thomas says yes.
Okay, let's run that.
Welcome, Nancy. Yeah.
Fat quarter of this one running, and the name of this one's cut off, so I don't remember what the name of this one is, but it's from the Birds and the Bees in the purple colorway. Super pretty. And this is for a fat quarter. And it's going to Mary Thomas. And then here's the other half of this, the other fat quarter, if someone wants it, or if you want the whole half yard, bid again and you can get the whole half yard. So that's running.
Welcome, Rolling Roads.
Going to Crystal. Congrats. What did you call this?
I called it Birds and Bees Purple.
Okay. Well, you have it written on a paper, so just make sure it's stuck to it good. All right. Does anyone want the, this is the meteor shower. It's kind of like a dark, dark teal, and then it has the purple colors in it. Does anyone want a half yard of either that one or the green meteor shower?
Welcome, Mama.
Or
welcome,
the brown meteor shower, or the red, or the yellow Tree of Life.
To the teal.
The teal one. All right.
Welcome, Doodle.
So dark teal fat quarter meteor shower is running.
This is fat quarter?
Yeah, this is the fat quarter. This is called meteor shower.
Yeah, I get that. Tracy
takes a fat quarter.
Thanks, Tracy.
And then I can run one more of those. And thank you for your first purchase. So running one more of those fat quarters of a TULA pink Birds and the Bees meteor shower in the dark teal color. That's the background color. And yes, congrats on your first purchase. And Silver Lily takes the other fat quarter of that.
Thank you, Silver, and thank you, Tracy.
All right, so I've got this colorway left of meteor shower, this colorway left of meteor shower, and then I've got Tree of Life left in the red colorway, red and yellow colorway, and then I've got it in the yellow, and It's like yellows and fuchsias and reds. It's quite pretty. So anyone want fat quarters of either of those or any of those three? Let me just run. I'll just hold all of these up. Running a fat quarter, just tell me which one you want, if you want any of those. And if no one bids, we'll move on. So fat quarter of any
Lauren,
of these.
Gwen.
So either the red tree of life, the yellow tree of life, the brown, yellow, red tree meteor shower, or the green meteor shower. So fat quarter of any of those.
So beachy.
So beachy. Which one did you want? 1, 2, 3, or 4? So red tree of life. Okay. So red tree of life. So I have one more fat quarter of red tree of life left. So here we go. If someone wants the one fat quarter of this left, that is running. And So Beachy is in on it.
So Beachy girl.
Congrats.
She gets both.
You get the whole nice half yard there.
She got the whole world in her hand.
All right. Anyone else on any of these before I move on? All right. Let's move on. All right. What else do I have pre-bids on? I love this pre-bid button and I hate it at the same time.
Welcome, Pat.
All right,
Lynn.
I think we've worked through all
Welcome,
the pre-bids
Smile.
except for I have a pre-bid on that Eden Charm Pack, but I need another pre-bid if I'm going to run it. So if you guys want me to run that Eden Charm Pack, it's this one. But if you guys want me to run this Eden Charm Pack, give me one more pre-bid, and then I'll run it. So Eden Charm Pack. So it's, I'll pin it so you can see. Let me see. It's that one. So I'll run it if someone else gets one more pre-bid. So let's see. What time is it?
It is 8:03.
8:03. Maniac is already live. So do you guys want to keep doing some more TULA, or do we want to raid Maniac and do another TULA show later, part 2? What is the vote? I mean, I don't want to stop if you guys want to get your shipping, because you get reduced shipping today. I'll keep going if we have no people. More. Okay. Let's do, let's see. What do you guys want to see? Let's do the little bit I have of Chipper. These are really cute prints.
Liz says more.
All right, so this is Chipper.
Wood Switch says more.
And this is the one that is called Wild Vines. And it's beautiful. Wild Vines from Chipper. And it's in this, it's got like a robin's egg blue background, and then it has the fuchsia flowers. And I have yard of 7 inches. So
welcome in, Hester Nicole.
All right, let me pull this up and see what I put it under. Okay, that's right. I did this as 3rd yards because this piece is a 2/3 yard piece. This one has 3 pieces that I can run at 12. Let me see. And 12. Yeah, so let's do 3rd yards. So we're going to run 3rd yards. So I have 3 that I can run of this one. That will be a 1/3 of a yard width of fabric. So here we go. 1/3 yard width of fabric. This beautiful Chipper that is called Wild Vines.
Hey, thanks, Wild Granny.
Is there something hidden in this print? Because if there is, I'm not making it out.
Indie Mom Crafts takes
Indie Mom takes the first third yard piece. All right, next third yard is running Wild Vines. Third yard with the fabric.
And then Woods Witch would like to see the feathers when you get a chance. Or is that feathers hidden in it? There?
Oh, there's feathers hidden in it, yeah.
Tracy, man,
I was just trying to see if there was an animal in here, because Chipper had the little chipmunks, squirrels, right? All right, last third yard by Width of Fabric is running Wild Vines. So you'll get a 12-inch piece by Width of Fabric. And Rare Sparkle takes a piece. Thank you, Rare Sparkle. And welcome in. Okay.
Thanks, Sparks.
All right. And then the other prints I have from Chipper, I have the... I have two pieces that are a third of a yard of this one that is called...
Didn't Wild Granny get one? Kathleen Will said.
Of which one? Let me check. Let me check solds and make sure.
I show Tracy.
Let's see, I've got Rare Sparkle got a Wild Vine, Tracy got a Wild Vine, and Indie Mom got a Wild Vine. That's what it shows in sold.
Wild Granny bought some taffy.
Oh yeah, she bought some taffy out of the Buy It Now. That's why her name popped up. Yeah. Yeah, no worries. Okay, so let me get this pulled back up. But thanks for checking, because it always helps to have people watch in case we make mistakes. All right, so I just have two pieces of the Wanderer from that line.
Thanks, Wild. I love the taffy too. It's good stuff.
And so you'll actually, this one's a little bit bigger. You're going to get, let me see. You're actually going to get about 13 inches, so an extra inch and a half-ish. So here we go. If you want a 1/3 yard piece, that's a little bit bigger. So it'll be 13-inch. This is so pretty. I love the design.
What's
in
it
this.
called? Welcome
This one is called the Wanderer. So it's from the Chipper line called the Wanderer. And it's a really cool chevron, but it's kind of, you don't even see it until you like look. Yeah, it's cool. So Tracy takes the first piece of that, and here's the other piece. I'm just doing two pieces of this because it was a 2/3 yard piece. So you're going to get about 13.5 inches with the fabric. And you'll both get part of the selvage, which is nice. So Tracy is taking them both. You get that whole nice piece. Congrats.
Hey, Tracy, man. Wow, man. Tracy.
All right. And then I do have a little bit of the fun stripe from Chipper. This is called TikTok Stripe. And it's just amazing stripe because it has so much color in it. And this one I'm going to do, let's see. Let's just do two pieces of this. You get a 27-inch. So you get 3/4 yard because they have a 1.5 yards. So let's see. Oh, actually that makes it so I could run half yards of it, right? Because I have a 1.5 yards. Yeah, let's do half yards. All right, so half yards of the Chipper TikTok Stripe. And I'll run it 3 times for a half yard. So let me edit this to say half yard since I'm changing it. Because this is what we have left of Chipper. So here we go. Half yard. I'll start them at 6. $6 half yard of the TikTok stripe. It is so pretty.
Welcome in.
The colors in this are
61.
amazing.
Welcome in.
So you're getting a half yard.
Do Creations.
Half yard, full width of fabric. Going
Tracy,
to Tracy. And we can run this 2 more times. So another half yard of the TikTok stripe from Chipper.
Welcome, Dora. Welcome, Miss Wit.
Chipper Tula Pink. That's a fun selvage because they did it in the bright red.
Tracy
takes another half yard. All right, last half yard. Oh, I didn't start that one at 6. Sorry. So last half yard is running. It got bit up anyway, so I'm not worried about it. But I should have started it at 6. So last
Crystal
half yard
McKinney.
is going to Crystal. Thank you, thank you. So Tracy gets the full yard and right?
Right.
And Crystal gets the half yard.
Yep.
Awesome. That's nice too, because the way the selvage is, you'll both get most of the selvage. So on your piece. All right, the other thing I have of Chipper is this charm pack. I don't have any pre-bids on it. I have it at 55. This is so rare. If I've got a couple of people that want to bid on this, let me know. I know that's
Welcome,
a pricey
Molly
thing,
V.
but I can easily get that much. So let me know if I've got more than one person that wants to bid on the Chipper 5-inch charm pack. So, all right, let me see if I have any other pre-bids. So I've got 3 pre-bids on the Eden, so we'll run that. Let me get that pinned. The Eden has 3 pre-bids. So this is the awesome 42-piece Eden charm pack.
Welcome in, Don Rowe.
It has, the whole collection there. This is from 2015. And here we go. That's running. Thanks for pre-bidding, because then I know some people want it, and that is running. And Allison gets that awesome grab. Thank you, thank you.
Purchase.
Thank you for your
Thank you,
first
Allison.
purchase. All right, and then we've got, I've got 1 pre-bid on the Pinkerville layer cake. I'll run it if I get at least another one on this layer cake. And that's all I have from the Pinkerville line is this 10-inch layer cake. So give me a few more pre-bids if you want that to run.
You're
And
welcome so much,
see,
Allison.
what
That was a
else
great
do I
steal.
have? Let's see. Let's run some of these that are these are the out of print all stars that are I've got pom pom in the teal green, pom pom in the purple pink, and then pom pom in the blue. It's kind of like a royal blue teal polka dot. And let me get these pulled up. All stars. Pom pom. Here we go. And I'm going to do these as fat quarters, but I'm just starting them at 3, so you can get a nice fat quarter of any of these starting at $3. They're awesome colors. And if you want a continuous half yard, just bid twice. So running for your choice of a fat quarter in any of these 3 pom-pom all-star out of print colorways. Ellen is
Ellen's
taking one.
17.
Which colorway do you want? So one, we'll do 1, 2, or 3. So one's going to be the teal green. 2, number 2. Okay, so we'll start with number 2. So this is the purple pom-pom.
Purple, okay.
Purple pom-pom. All right, and then I'll run another fat quarter of that. So if you want a fat quarter of the purple pom-pom, it is an awesome, awesome color.
Welcome in Sue's Q and Aiden. Crystal
Crystal is
McKinney.
taking a fat quarter of the purple pom-pom. All right, running again for a fat quarter of purple pom-pom. And if you get 2, I'll give you a half yard. Indie Mom
Crafts.
How many have I done?
3.
All right, running again. Purple pom-pom, fat quarter. This is Tula Pink All-Stars, the out-of-print ones from the original.
Welcome in Bev Beal and Rhonda Get.
Pom-pom in the purple pink colorway. This is for a fat quarter.
Raleigh takes
is
it.
in on that.
How many do you have?
All right, going down to 10 seconds.
Welcome in Denise Daw.
All right, 10 seconds. I have 8 fat quarters of this colorway.
No.
How many have I run?
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, so we can run this
Indie Mom.
So this is 4 or this is 5?
Now 5.
5. So I can run 3 more in this colorway, fat quarters. If you get 2, we'll give you a continuous half yard. Thank you for your bids.
Crystal McKinney.
Crystal gets another one, so I can run 2 more, right?
1, 2, 3. Yep.
Okay. Just make sure I have lots of units. Yep. Okay. All right, we're on 10 seconds. So this is for
Ellen 17 takes
Thank
that.
you, Ellen. All right, and this is the last one.
Last one.
All right, last fat quarter of pom-poms in the purple pink colorway. And that's going to Raleigh. Congrats.
Thanks, Raleigh.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
All right, and then let's do the, it's like a royal blue, kind of a purpley royal blue. Where's my white? So purpley royal blue with the teal polka dot. And I can run 8 fat quarters of this one. And we're at 10 seconds. I'm going to switch sudden death on so it goes fast.
And
this is pom-pom in the royal.
Royal.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's the first fat quarter. We can do 8 of these. Thank you for your bids. Raleigh takes the first fat quarter. Second fat quarter is running. We're on 10 seconds sudden death. So swipe in quick. And again, if you get 2, we'll give you a continuous half yard.
Indie Mom
gets one. All right. Third fat quarter running pom-poms in the royal purpley blue with the teal polka dots. It's hard to tell what color it actually is because the teal kind of makes it look purpley, but I think it is kind of purpley. All right. Ellen takes it.
Running the fourth.
Fourth of 8 is running. Fourth of 8 fat quarters is running.
Welcome makeup
Pom Poms, Tula Pink All Star, out of print.
Indie Mom
takes another. All right, there we go. 10 seconds. Sudden death. This is number 5 of 8, right?
Yep. Raleigh takes that.
Thank you. This is number 6 of 8 running. Is it running? No. If I try and click too fast before the person before thing clears, then it won't run it. So 6 of 8 running. We'll have 2 more after this. And Raleigh takes one for a steal.
One.
All right, last two. Last two are running Tula Pink Pom Pom in the royal purpley blue with the teal polka dot. Out of print colorway, All Stars. Raleigh takes another one. All right, last one is running. That's right, right? Last one?
Last one.
Okay, last one of this colorway is running.
It's not running right now.
Not running. Okay, it's not running. There we go. And Ellen takes
17 takes that.
Congrats. Okay. Does anyone want this colorway that is the teal with the kind of olive green of the pom pom?
Yes.
Okay. All right, and I think I've got 2 yards of this one as well. Yeah, so we can run 8 fat quarters of that. All right, 10 seconds, sudden death. This is the teal green colorway, out of print pom pom, All Stars. You're bidding on a fat quarter. Raleigh takes the first one. Sorry, it doesn't like how fast I'm going. So it takes me a second to get it going again.
Welcome, bro, Doris.
All right, there we go. Second one is running.
Hey, Velvet Vintage is rating us.
Oh, thank you for the raid, Velvet
Raleigh
Vintage.
Takes another one.
Thank you, Raleigh. All right, third one is running. Fat quarter. Tell us what you sell and when your next show is, Velvet. And everyone give Velvet a Velvet Panther Vintage a follow.
Woods Witch takes that.
Woods Witch takes one. What? How many have we sold?
3.
3. All right, so this is 4 of 8. 4 of 8 fat quarters. Is running. Woods Witch is in on that one. How many have I sold?
4.
4. Okay, I'm going to stop on this one because we didn't get a bid up on that. So we'll do 4 of this one. And then I'm going to go to the tent stripe that's in the purple pink.
She sells jewelry and she'll be there on Sunday.
Oh, cool. So everybody give her a follow.
She doesn't have it scheduled yet, though.
Oh, okay. So I do seller chat. So if you're a newer seller, one of my top 10 tips is always have a show scheduled when you have one so that people can bookmark your next show. And let's do a giveaway. And let me find it.
Welcome, Meredith Collector.
All right, this is a anyone can get in, and this is actually a promotion for an upcoming show.
Joey, Deb Deary, and KY 1961.
Let me show you what you're gonna get, and if you don't love this, I'll let you pick something else, like a card. If you don't do fabric, I'll let you pick a card. This is a piece of Ralph Lauren. So on Friday, we are doing home decor fabric, and we have Ralph Lauren and Trina Turk fabrics. So if you love Ralph Lauren, be sure and come to that show. Anyone want to guess what this piece of fabric is made out of? Someone guess.
I know.
What does it look like? It's made out of.
Welcome,
It's kind
Coachella.
of a semi-sheer piece. Anyone guess? Bamboo is a guess. Any other guesses? Linen, linen, linen. Okay, I'm going to show you the tag. 100% wool. Isn't that interesting? It's an amazing piece. So someone's going to get this little swatch. I would embroider on it and make like a little sachet or something out of it. It's just an amazing feeling fabric. It's 100% wool. So yeah, isn't that cool? So let's get this giveaway started. Everyone get in. And again, if you're not a fabric person and you win, I will send you a card and stickers. Just let me know in chat. But this is a pretty cool piece of little Ralph Lauren 100% wool. And if you love those kind of fabrics and you love Ralph Lauren, be sure and come on Friday.
Welcome, Dama.
Because we're running a bunch of Ralph Lauren. I've got the Ralph Lauren all loaded, so you can go look in the show and see what's loaded. And then I'm also getting Trina Turk. And look up Trina Turk if you don't know who she is. Here's the Trina Turk. And these are acrylic canvas. They're really cool. So, oh, Wild Granny, that's right. You're allergic to wool. So, Wild Granny, if you win, we'll send you something else. I'll find you an awesome fat quarter or something.
We'll send you a whole sheep.
So, Trina Turk and Ralph Lauren on Friday.
You are bad.
All right, let's do this tent stripe.
Outdoor pillow, Trim says.
Yes.
Yeah,
you can make really cool little zip bags or outdoor pillows with those acrylic canvases. And she makes some amazing cool prints that are really bright and fun. All right, this is a fat quarter of the purple pink tent stripe running. Someone wants one of these. Fat quarter of the tent stripe. And that beautiful combo of the purple and fuchsia. Wood stitch takes the first fat quarter. Second fat quarter of the fuchsia purple is running.
Wendy Gill,
Wendy Gill, thank you for your first purchase. What a fun first purchase. All right, and I have 2 more fat quarters of this that we can run. I'll go ahead and run these on this one. So, TULA Pink, All-Star, out of print.
Welcome, Yaya.
Tent stripe in the fuchsia purple.
Woods Witch
takes another one. Last one, right? All right, last fat quarter is running. And if you get 2, it'll be a continuous half yard. And Indy is taking the last fat quarter. Okay. All right. And we have that giveaway running, so everybody get in. Someone will get this, either this Ralph Lauren wool swatch or a card, or if it's Wild Granny, we'll pick something else because she's highly allergic to wool.
Lupa.
All right. Anyone want tent stripe in the orange cream colorway? All-Star tent stripe. I'll only run it if we get a yes, because that's the last thing I had in that grouping.
Yes.
Okay. So we'll run fat quarters of that one. So tent stripe in the orange. There we go. Fat quarter, all-star, tent stripe in the orange and cream. It's like a creamsicle of tent stripe.
Wendy Gill.
Wendy Gill gets a fat quarter. Running a second fat quarter right now. Second fat quarter running.
Welcome, Maritza Kass.
Thank you, Wendy.
Wendy Gill takes another one.
All right, so you'll get a full half yard. Anyone else want some of this tent stripe? Or are we done? Because we didn't get bid up, so I think we'll do a half yard of that. Okay. Let me just check where we're at. And I think we're going to get ready to go raid, and we'll go do, I'm going to do a couple of more giveaways. This one's going to draw right now, so let's see who wins on this.
Wendy Gill.
Awesome. So Wendy, are you good with this fun little Ralph Lauren wool piece, or do you want a card and stickers? Because I don't want you to have this if you don't want it. Card and stickers. You got it. So let me get you a cute card here. And
stickers.
just pick her some motivational stickers.
All right.
And there's a cute card. Cute card and stickers coming with your order. All right. And then let's do, this is a buyer giveaway. So everyone that made a purchase, get in this giveaway. And we're going to draw this one pretty fast. This is a half yard of the awesome Tula Pink Cheshire Cat embroidered ribbon. So you'll get a half yard of this awesome ribbon that you can make a lanyard. It's enough to make a little wristlet lanyard. Although because it's embroidered, you would need to, I would sew it on to some other fabric so it protects the embroidery. But wouldn't that be a cool wristlet lanyard to make out of that ribbon? So cool. So everyone get in that. Everyone that made a purchase, this is a buyer giveaway. And I'll draw it pretty quick as soon as it looks like everyone that bought something that's still hanging with us. Thanks for being here. And we've got 8 people in. Anyone else that bought something that wants to get in on this giveaway? Tula Pink Cheshire Cat ribbon. Yeah, it is a cute kitty. All right, I'm going to draw this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who is in to win on the ribbon?
Wild Granny.
Yay, Wild Granny, congrats. No wool in this ribbon.
There you go, Graninator.
Although I did touch that wool, is that going to be a problem? So just brush it off good. I don't, you know, I mean, I highly doubt I have any lanolin on my finger from that old little swatch, but you never know. Okay. Let's run another buyer giveaway. I'm going to do one more and then we'll go raid into, Maniac because it's getting late and I told her, I promised her I was going to raid. So let me show you your choices. These are really good. All right, fat quarter. Look at this epic fat quarter. That's one of your choices.
Keaton Looper would like more fat quarters of Tula.
So we'll get in this giveaway. So
Keaton didn't buy anything yet.
Oh, you didn't buy anything. So, Keaton, tell me which one. Look in the auction tab and tell me which one you want that I have as fat quarters. And I can run a few more.
Keaton came late.
And this is from Elizabeth. So this one's from Elizabeth. I don't know the name of the print. And that's a full fat quarter. So that's a choice. And then I've got a full fat quarter of the Ladybugs. This is an all-star, more current all-star print. Tula Pink. That's a full fat quarter. I've got, pretty sure this is a big piece. Let's see. This one is, yeah, this one's a full fat quarter of the mineral in the green. Is that not cool? So that's a choice.
Keaton Looper would be of the curiouser half-yard birds and bees in fat quarters.
All right, I'll show you what I've got left in those. And then this is tent stripe Tula, and that one's a full half yard as well. So those are your choices in this giveaway, and I'm going to draw. I'll let it run for a minute so we can let Keaton get in. So she said birds and bees.
Yeah.
Just a second.
Half yard and fat quarters.
I have this one left in Tree of Life. We sold the rest of them. So this is the only colorway I have left in Tree of Life. And then I've got Meteor in those two colors. This one matches that. So let me pull that up and see if you want one of those. And these were fat quarters.
Yellow and yellow Meteor.
Okay. So here's a fat quarter of this one or this one. Just tell me which you want first.
Keaton Looper.
Thank you, Keaton. Do you want the Tree of Life first or the Meteor first?
The tree.
The tree. All right. And then I'll run another fat quarter from that line. And you can pick either Tree of Life or Meteor in either of these two colors. And thanks for being here.
Keaton Looper.
Did you have a show today, Keaton?
Yellow Meteor.
The yellow Meteor. Okay, so she gets fat quarter one of each of those. And get in that buyer giveaway. Because you have a chance now to get one of those awesome fat quarters that I just showed.
Welcome, Gen X83.
And then anything else from here or one of the other collections. Did she say one of the other ones?
Is there another fat quarter left of the Tree of Life?
Yeah, there's let's see how much.
Because somebody else was bidding on it.
Someone else was bidding. Yeah, I can actually run 3 more fat quarters of the Tree of Life. So let's run them. So here we go. Fat quarter Tree of Life in the yellow red. Kind of fuchsia's in there too. It's really pretty. Birds and Bees is running.
Wendy Gill.
Wendy gets one. So that was just 2 sold of this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else want this?
Any of the curiouser half yards?
Okay. Curiouser, let's see, have I run anything on Curiouser? I haven't even run anything on Curiouser, so yeah, I can run some
Wendy
Curiouser.
says she'll take another of that.
You want another fat quarter of this one? Okay. That's running. And then that'll give you 2, so I'll give you a half yard. Does anyone else want the last fat quarter I have of this? I'll run it real quick in case.
Yes.
All right.
He said yes.
Okay. Because you'll get a half yard. So
and the winner of the giveaway is Woods Witch.
Woods Witch. Congrats. All right, Woods Witch. You saw the choices, right?
Keaton Looper took that.
All right, Keaton gets the last of this. So let me give that to you so we can.
Okay.
And then anyone else want Meteor in either of those 2 colors? And then you get to pick. You want the raccoon, right?
Raccoon.
That's an
Okay.
awesome one. Congrats. Good pick. All right.
Hand me the
And
leader.
this one, does anyone else want any more of this one or this one before I put those away?
And then run the flower fat quarter.
The flower fat quarter. Well, those are in my giveaway. So I'm going to run another giveaway. So I can't run it.
I just want the yellow.
The yellow. Oh, yeah, I didn't sell any of the green. Okay. So that's in my giveaway, so I can't run it. And I'll save that for
and then
when we do
they're
it
asking
again.
for you to run the free spirit birds.
Birds. Oh yeah, these are the you're talking about the ones in
The spirit animals.
yeah, spirit animal birds. Okay. And then this is what I have of Curiouser. So I can run some of that too. Yeah. If you guys want. Okay, so birds. I've got two colorways. I've got the orange colorway and the purple colorway of birds. And this is the spirit animal.
Purple and orange are both being requested.
All right.
Teacups is also being requested.
Okay. Let me get spirit animal found here. Why is it not coming up? There we go.
Cowlib, welcome.
All right, so we're doing fat quarters of spirit animals. So if you'd like a fat quarter of...
Just one run, one color or the other, please.
So, okay, so to make it easy for Bert, I'm going to run...
Well, we have both requested.
Yeah, okay, so both are requested. Okay. This is actually, yeah, so I can run two fat quarters off of this piece. So we'll run that one first. So this is for the first fat quarter of Tweet in the orange, Spirit Animal, Tula Pink, Tweet.
Kathleen Will takes that.
All right, Kathleen takes one. And then here is another fat quarter of that. So the other half of this piece as a fat quarter.
Welcome, Skull Country. Trims
is taking that. Awesome. And Trims, this is, let's see, if I do 18 off here, I'm just measuring because this is a weird size piece. Okay, so I have a 9-inch, so quarter yard piece by width of fabric left on this. So I'm going to run that because that's essentially the same as yardage as a fat quarter. So this one will be 1/4 of a yard by width of fabric. So off of this piece. So if you want that piece, you're getting 1/4 of a yard on this one. So Keaton took that. Okay, so write that on hers. Okay, and then let's do the kind of robin's egg blue in the background, pink and purple. Let me see how much I have of this one.
This also called Tweet?
This is also called Tweet, but it's the blue, pink, purple. All right, so I have a yard of this, so I can do 4 fat quarters of this one. All right, so here's the first fat quarter of Tweet in the light blue, pink, purple. This is a fat quarter running. Woods Witch is in on the first fat quarter. All right, second fat quarter is running. Of Tweet.
Kathleen Will takes
Kathleen takes one. Okay. I'll run 2 more of this.
Welcome, Minboard and Discus.
All right,
Ellen,
Ellen
17.
takes one. All right, last. This is the last fat quarter of this colorway, this print. Last fat quarter.
Woods,
All right, Woods
Witch.
Witch. Okay. All right, I want to save everything else, and we'll do Tula Pink Part 2 with the... So next week we have Anna Maria Horner, Amy Butler, Heather Bailey, and then I'm going to run with it the rest of the Tula. So, because I'm getting really tired, so let me run one more buyer giveaway, and then we will do that next week.
Welcome, Rebbe Jezel.
So everybody getting
Welcome,
this
Haley.
giveaway. So we have the Elizabeth Floral, the Ladybugs, the Mineral, or the Tent Stripe. These are all fat quarters. So awesome picks. Everybody getting that buyer giveaway.
Thanks for
and then
staying
we're going
up
to
with us, Lovely.
let Lovely Pinto go to bed because it's really late there. And she has to work tomorrow morning. And we're going to go right into Maniac. So everybody get in that made a purchase. And thank you so, so, so much for being here. What a fun show. And we'll have the rest of the Tula next week with the other Free Spirit stuff. You're good? Okay. And let's draw our winner in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Thank you, Lovely.
Yes, thank you so much. Who's going to get it?
Trims.
Trims! Yay! Congrats! Awesome. Which do you want? Mineral, Tent Stripe, Ladybugs, or the Elizabeth Floral? I'm guessing this, but maybe you want the others. I don't know. This would be good on shoes. The floral. You've been wanting that. Awesome. Very good. Very cool. I'm glad to send it to you. All right. So let's go raid into Maniac. Let me get that set up here. Make sure she's still going good. Yep, she's still on there.
Thank you, everybody.
Yes, thank you, everyone. Appreciate you.
Love you.
And come next week for part 2 and all the other good stuff. And here we go. Have a great night, everyone. Thank you, Liz and Ellen and Wild